Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz, where the aim of the game is to score as few points as you can, and you do that by coming up with the answers no one else could think of. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hello, I'm Jake. This is my friend Dan, and we are from Middlesbrough.
Couple number two.
Hello, I'm Stephen. This is my friend Dan, and we work together in Cambridgeshire.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Emma, and this is my dad Ian. We are from Cheshire and Lancashire.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Katie. This is my friend and flatmate Ashley, and we live in Woolwich in London.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much. A very warm welcome to all of you to Pointless. So that just leaves one more person for me to introduce. Here to keep his eyes on, or at least adjacent to, the prize, it's my Pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. 4 brand new pairs. It doesn't happen very often. I haven't met anybody here before. We get quite shy when it's 4 brand new pairs, but you seem nice. So we've got 2 people who are described as Dan, but one of whom has got Daniel on his name badge, like his mum is angry with him. So I wonder what negotiations behind the scenes led to one of them being Dan and one of them being Daniel.
Yeah. How long that discussion went on before Dan went,
Weeks.
Yeah, I'll be Daniel, I'll be Daniel, I'll be Daniel.
I bet it was like Game of Thrones between the 2 of them. Who's going to be Dan?
It was Jenga.
I think he was promised a bigger badge. That was a lie.
Same size badge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just got smaller font.
Smaller font.
As well as 4 new pairs. We've got a lovely entry-level jackpot as well, because Mick and Jane won the jackpot last time on astronauts.
Yeah.
Wow. No, but that's good, because it's nice. 4 new pairs is how it should be. It's like this whole show is reborn. This is like could essentially be episode 1 of Pointless all those years back.
Well, you've heard the big news. Mick and Jane won the jackpot last time, which means we start off, as Richard has said, with a lovely little boutique jackpot of £1,000. Look at that. It's nice. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Just remember, the pair with the highest score at the end of each round gets eliminated. That's it, basically. Just keep your scores nice and low and everything will be marvellous. Best of luck to all 4 pairs. Our first category this afternoon is football. Can you all decide in your pairs? Who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many teams in the FA Cup third round proper in 2019 as they could.
Yeah, I'm rather hoping that was a confident laugh of derision from Podium 4 there. Yeah, we're looking for any of the 64 teams who took part in the third round proper in the FA Cup in 2019. So any of the 64 club teams that took part in the third round of the FA Cup.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard, Jake, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you with us.
Great to be
Tell
with
us all about yourself.
Living in Newcastle at the moment, originally from Middlesbrough. I'm currently working as a sales assistant, but I'm about to move to Bristol to go and be a transportation engineer.
That's going to be it. That's you, leaving the northeast.
That's it, yeah. Couldn't be further away, really.
No, you couldn't really be. Do you know Bristol at all?
Yeah, I've been a couple of times. Love the city. I think it's
Lovely
really cool.
Bristol, isn't it?
Lovely place.
Yeah.
Now, Jake, do you follow football?
Yeah,
Enough.
I like to think so. Enough for this,
Enough for this. OK, what would you like to go for?
I'm going to go for Newport County.
Newport County, says Jake. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Newport County. It's good. It's very good. It's extremely good. Down it goes to 1. Very well done indeed, Jake. What a start to the show. 1 for Newport County.
Great start, Jake. They were one of the big giant killers in this year's FA Cup. Got all the way through to the 5th round. I was about to say who they beat, but of course they would also be a correct answer. So,
thank you very much indeed, Richard. Stephen, welcome to Pointless.
Hi, thank you.
Tell us all about yourself, Stephen.
Thank you. Yeah, my name's Stephen. I live in Bedford, but I work with Dan in Cambridgeshire. We both work in a food chemistry lab, testing different types of food. Before that, I also grew up in Essex and Clacton-on-Sea. It was more interesting of the 2.
No, listen, I'll take both. It's fine. Both is a correct answer. Food testing lab, that's thrilling. What are you testing for?
The nutritional information that would go on the back of packaging.
This is things like, this is basically the calorific content?
Yep, we test for calories, some
so
do sugars, fats, protein.
Of which saturates. I like that bit. You do that as well.
I don't know if we actually do which bits are saturates. It's just general fat content.
You know nothing, Stephen.
We have 4 different ways of testing for fat in our team.
no way.
Just in your team, you're
Just
not
in
our
our
team
team,
alone.
yeah. And then,
Wow.
And then another team does all the sugars, another team does all the proteins, all the fibre
So you're the
stuff,
fat
and
team.
We're all sorts. We have all the odd tests.
When it comes to lunchtime in the food testing lab, you're spot for choice, aren't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to eat some of the stuff we get. By the time it gets to us,
Oh, really?
yeah,
You think, oh, go on, I'll have a bit of that. Shake the acid off it.
I'm good. I'll bring on my lunch from home, I think.
Lovely. Stephen, what are you going to go for?
First name that popped into my head, so I'll stick with it, Ipswich Town.
Ipswich Town, says Stephen. OK. Daniel, slightly nonplussed by that.
It's gonna be mine.
Let's see. Oh, it's going to be one. Let's see what happens when we say Ipswich Town. It's right. Well, 1's the only score we have posted so far. Ipswich Town down 7. Not bad at all, Stephen.
Yeah, winners of the FA Cup in 1978, Ipswich Town. They've fallen on slightly harder times since, and hopefully they'll be back.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Ian, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. Tell us all about yourself, Ian.
I'm Ian, and I live in Lancashire, and I was a former college tutor. Now I've retired. I spend my life watercolouring and singing and doing exactly what I like.
Ian, that's how I want to spend the rest of my life. Watercolouring, singing, doing exactly as I like. And that, by the way, extends to wearing a beautiful, what is that, a parrot? Parrot shirt.
These are real parrots.
They are. They are amazing. Beautiful. And I notice Emma's got a bit of a parrot sort of theme going on there as well. This is fantastic. Ian, what are you going to go for?
I am going to go, because I'm a season ticket holder, Bolton Wanderers.
Bolton Wanderers, says Ian. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Bolton Wanderers. It's right. Well, 7's the high score, 1's the low. Down it goes to 6. Not bad at all, Ian.
4 times winners of the FA Cup, Bolton Wanderers. Listen, I said that Ipswich have fallen on hard times. You're having a very tough time of it up there.
Dreadful.
Dire.
Dire.
Oh.
We're waiting for a Chinese takeover.
Well, it says it'll be 20 minutes, you get free Diet Coke if it takes longer.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Katie, welcome to Pointless.
Hello.
Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
So I'm on a local government grad scheme, currently working at a local authority in East London.
OK, which department are you currently in? Am I allowed to ask?
So it's a big department that delivers kind of key frontline services.
Very good. It's all going well so far.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, definitely.
Katie, so teams in the 3rd round of the FA Cup 2019. What would you like to go for? There's a lot of mirth on that 4th podium when this was announced as a category.
Yeah, so this is not a good round for us, and there have been quite a few low scores so far, so I am just going to take a bit of a risk. I feel like I have to. I'm going to say Swindon Town.
Swindon Town, says Katie. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Swindon Town.
No.
Oh, bad luck, Katie. I'm afraid Swindon Town's an incorrect answer. Scores you 100 points.
Sorry, Katie, for a punt, it's a good punt. Would have been a low score if it was right. They got knocked out in the 2nd round, unfortunately, Swindon.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. 1, the best score of the past, Jake. Very well done indeed. Newport County, a fabulous answer. There's 6s where we find Ian and Emma, 7s where we find Stephen and Daniel, and then I'm afraid it's all the way up to 100 where we find Katie and Ashley. But Ashley, who knows? Anything could happen in the next pass, and low score from you could set you up to take advantage of that. We're going to come back down the line. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, so Ashley, remember, we're looking for any teams that took part in the 3rd round of the FA Cup in 2019. Ashley, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
So I am a marketing operations manager for an investment manager.
What do you do when you're not doing that, Ashley?
I know, because that's so boring.
Do you know I didn't say that?
Don't want to talk about that anymore.
Did I say that? Did I say that?
It's like she can read your mind.
No, you know what? No, all that means is that I didn't have a follow-up question for that. I was thinking that investment, I heard, finance, I don't know, something like that.
But outside of that, so Katie and I played tag rugby, which is quite random.
Now that's fun.
Yeah.
Did you decide to go out and play tag rugby, or did one of you...
So we met doing basketball.
Right.
You can tell by my height. And then we retired from that after university and went and played tag rugby instead.
Where were you at university?
Edinburgh.
So you were the key players in the Edinburgh basketball.
I think Katie more than me, but yeah.
OK. Now, Ashley, you're on 100. You're our high scorers. We need a low score from you. What are you thinking?
So once again, not a great category. So I'm going to go with Blackburn Rovers.
Blackburn Rovers, says Ashley. Let's see. No red line, you're the high scorers. Blackburn Rovers, is it right? How far down the column will we end up? It is right. And down it goes to 3. Second lowest score of the round so far. Very well done indeed, Ashley. You might have kept yourselves in the game if anyone else slips up.
Yeah, great answer, Ashley. Kept yourself in it there. Well played. 6 times winners of the FA Cup, Blackburn Rovers. Not for a while, though.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Emma, welcome. Great to have you here. Emma, tell us all about yourself.
I lead a communications and marketing team at a university.
I see. Which university?
It's the University of Manchester, and I work for the Faculty of Science and Engineering, so anything from dinosaurs to space. I don't do any of that myself.
No, but
I just publicise
that's in the
it.
faculty.
Exactly.
But I
yes,
see.
Absolutely.
I see.
Yes.
Very good indeed. And what are your hobbies, Emma?
Well, I enjoy the outdoors and kind of walking and hiking. I've got 3 dogs, and with one of my dogs, we do flyball, which is competitive fetch, basically.
So
Yeah,
do you show one of this dog then?
Well, yes.
In the flyball category.
Exactly, absolutely. She's a wire fox terrier. And,
Lovely.
Yeah.
Now, Emma, you're on 6, which means 96 or less gets you into the next round.
Yeah. So I'm going to stick with the Northwest, and I'm going to go with Wigan Athletic.
Wigan Athletic, says Emma. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. There's your red line, lovely and high. Wigan Athletic. There we are, very well done. Through you go to round 2. Wigan Athletic, meanwhile, taking us a long way down to 1. Very good indeed, Emma. Takes your total up to 7.
Great answer, yeah. And they won the FA Cup as recently as 2013, Wigan Athletic.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard, now then Daniel.
Hello.
Welcome to mine. Hello. The beard representation today, I have to say, is that you are the only person carrying the beard can.
I've got to represent.
There we are.
We should
beard up, shouldn't we?
Don't you think?
Don't you think?
That'd be a classy
Just for fun,
thing to do.
across the series.
Oh, yeah, just stop shaving from
Just,
here on in.
just see how it happens. Then by the end, massive Brian Blesseds.
I think a beard competition would be fun.
It's worth a thought. Daniel, tell us all about yourself.
So as Stephen said, I'm a lab technician. We work together in Chatteris, and that's where I live.
It sounds lovely. Is it a big place?
Some would say it's lovely. Some would say nothing's there.
Ah, it's quite a small place.
There's one road through it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Exciting in the lab. So that brings the food in.
Yeah.
Is there a shop that sells lunch, just in case you forget to pack any?
There's a garage.
Good enough, but you've tested everything in there. You're not going to touch it. OK, now, Daniel, you're on 7. If you can score 95 or less, you're into the next round.
I think I'm going to go with Charlton Athletic.
Charlton Athletic. Can you get below this red line with Charlton Athletic? Here it goes. Oh, no! Oh, Daniel. Oh! Oh, what a turnaround! What a turnaround there. That scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 107. When I said all that guff about, you might have kept yourselves in the game if someone said, I didn't mean it. Turns out you have. Wow, 107 is your total.
Very unlucky Charlton Athletic knocked out in round 2 as well, I'm afraid.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Dan, welcome to Pointless. Good to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Dan.
As Jake said, also from Middlesbrough. Recently graduated from university, which I'm very, very happy about.
What did you study at university?
Biomedical science.
And are you killing time in Newcastle while you're waiting for the job to start?
Going on to do a master's, currently working in retail.
OK, so staying up in Tyneside to do the master's?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Can't leave the sea.
I think Dan will miss Jake.
I think that's
when
true.
he goes to Bristol.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's what I
Jake
think.
will miss Dan as well.
Oh, I think that as well. I do think,
but that's nice.
You're the one leaving, so that's what I'm saying.
Can't really complain.
Oh, well, nice excuse for trips up north and trips down to Bristol. There we are, it's all good. I've got more good news for you, though, Dan. You are through to the next round. Doesn't matter what you score. What would you like to go for?
So my knowledge on football isn't the best, but seeing as though we are through, I'm going to just take a punt. Might as well, and say Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield Wednesday, says Dan. No red line, you're already through. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Sheffield Wednesday. It's right. Down it goes to 9. Very well done indeed, taking your total up to 10. Through you go.
Safe and sound, yeah. Before I go to the pointless answers, I'll take you through a few lower scorers. We'll start at 4. Who before the show was telling me they're a QPR fan?
Don't bring it up. I went for a punt instead.
QPR would have scored you 4 points.
Oh, come on.
That would have been one of the best answers of the round. 4 as well for Bristol City. You'd have got 4 for Millwall, 3 for Hull City and Reading, 2 for Lincoln, Luton Town, Peterborough and Portsmouth, 1 for AFC Wimbledon, Barnet, Brentford, Doncaster, Grimsby. Preston North End would have scored you 1. You'd have got 1 for Rotherham, Shrewsbury, Tranmere and Wigan we've already heard. Let's take a look at the pointless answers now. Very well done. If you said one of these, would have added £250 to the jackpot. If you'd said Accrington Stanley, Barnsley, Fleetwood Town, Gillingham, Oldham Athletic, Oxford United, Walsall and Woking. Those were the pointless answers up there. We'll take a look at the top 3, the ones that most of our 100 people said. Liverpool would have scored you 55. Man City would have scored you 59. And 64 points if you said Manchester United.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So we are at the end of our first round. That means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs, Daniel and Stephen. Oh, I'm so sorry. And that's really annoying, isn't it?
I take the blame for that
Oh,
one.
well, never mind.
I went for a punt.
Anyway, we'll see you again next time. Look forward to it very much. Meantime, thanks so much, Dan and Stephen.
Thank you.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Very well done, all of you. You made it through our football round, particularly Katie and Ashley. Oh, that was exciting. Well done, Jake and Emma, our lowest scorers there. Fantastic. And Emma and Ian, our lowest combined scorers there. So, yeah, congratulations. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 this afternoon is famous people. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and our question concerns famous Olivers and Olivias. Richard.
On each board, we're going to show you 6 clues to famous people who are known by the name Oliver, Ollie or Olivia. You just have to tell us who the most obscure of them is, please. There'll be 6 on each board, so 12 in all to have a go at home.
Thanks very much indeed. OK, let's reveal our first board of 6 famous Olivers and Olivias, and here they come. Children's television writer and producer who co-created The Clangers and Bagpuss, won the 2019 Best Leading Actress Oscar for her role in The Favourite, anti-apartheid politician after whom the Johannesburg International Airport was renamed in 2006, comic actor played by John C. Reilly in the 2018 film Stan and Ollie, former Love Island contestant who married Alex Bowen in 2018, and English statesman who was second in command of the New Model Army at the 1645 Battle of Naseby. I'll read those all one last time. Children's television writer and producer who co-created The Clangers and Bagpuss, won the 2019 Best Leading Actress Oscar for her role in The Favourite, anti-apartheid politician after whom the Johannesburg International Airport was renamed in 2006, comic actor played by John C. Reilly in the 2018 film Stan and Ollie, former Love Island contestant who married Alex Bowen in 2018, and English statesman who was second in command of the New Model Army at the 1645 Battle of Naseby. There we go. Dan, over to you.
This isn't the best. It's going to have to be a guess. The last one, I'm going to say Oliver Drummond.
Oliver Drummond, says Dan. Oliver Drummond. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Oliver Drummond. I'm afraid not Oliver Drummond, Dan. That's going to score you 100 points.
Yes, not Oliver Drummond. I'll give all the correct answers at the end of the pass.
Thank you very much. Ian.
I'm going to go for Oliver Hardy, the comic actor.
The comic actor played by John C. Reilly. OK, Oliver Hardy, says Ian. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. "41." 41.
Yeah, his original actual name was Norvell, and Oliver was his father's name. It was Norvell Hardy.
Norvell Hardy. There we are. Thank you very much. Now then, Katie. Katie, this board's all yours. Talk us through that board of Olivers and Olivias and fill in all the blanks.
I can fill in some of them. So the Oscar-winning actress is Olivia Colman. I would presume the English statesman is maybe Cromwell, but I'm going to go for the former Love Island contestant who married Alex Bowen in 2018 as Olivia Buckland.
Olivia Buckland, says Katie. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Olivia Buckland. It's right. 100's the high score, 41's the low. Until now, there we are. 4 for Olivia Buckland.
Very nicely done, Katie. A very, very nice gear change as well from Oliver Cromwell to Olivia Buckland. Because Cromwell was a correct answer. Of course, the English statement, not Oliver Drummond. Cromwell would have scored you 39 points. Olivia Colman, you're absolutely right about as well. Won the Oscar. She would have scored you 41 points, same as Oliver Hardy. The children's television writer and producer.
Oliver Postgate.
Oliver Postgate, yeah. Made so many shows that lit up our childhood. 13 points for him. And the anti-apartheid politician?
Oliver Tambo.
Oliver Tambo, yeah. Oliver Tambo Airport. 2 points for that best answer on the board. Very well done if you said Oliver Tambo.
Thank you. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. 4, the best score of the past. Very well done indeed, Katie. Katie and Ashley looking very strong on the back of it. 41's where we find Ian and Emma. 100 for Dan and Jake. But as we have seen, things can turn around in the second pass. So who knows? Good luck with a low score from you, though, Jake. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 6 more famous Olivers and Olivias on the board, and here they come. Hellraiser, who played Bill Sikes in the 1968 film Oliver. Author whose novels were adapted into the 1987 TV series Fortunes of War. The Xanadu singer, who has made a companion of the Order of Australia in 2019. German goalkeeper who won the Golden Ball Award at the 2002 FIFA World Cup. Former X Factor contestant who became a coach on the 2018 series of The Voice. And filmmaker who won the Best Director Oscar for Platoon and Born on the 4th of July. I'll read those all again. Hellraiser, who played Bill Sikes in the 1968 film Oliver. Author whose novels were adapted into the 1987 TV series Fortunes of War. The Xanadu singer, who has made a companion of the Order of Australia in 2019. German goalkeeper who won the Golden Ball Award at the 2002 FIFA World Cup. Former X Factor contestant who became a coach on the 2018 series of The Voice. And filmmaker who won the Best Director Oscar for Platoon and Born on the 4th of July. Ashley.
So, I'm glad that Katie did well, because it's not, I only know one of these. And I don't know how it's going to score, but we'll go for it. So I'll
95 or less, keeps you in.
Exactly, yeah, pretty confident. So I'm going to go with the 5th one and say Ollie Murs.
OK, the former X Factor contestant, Ollie Murs, says, Ashley, here's your red line. Can you get below it with Ollie Murs? Yes, you can, is the answer to that. Down it goes to 47. Very well done. 51 is your total.
Very nicely played. He was also a contestant on Deal or No Deal many years ago before he was famous.
Was he? How did he do?
Very badly. I think, what, a tenner or a fiver, something like that.
Oh, well. Thank you very much, Richard. Emma?
I know a couple, a risky one and a safe one, but I'm going to play it safe. And for the third one down, the Xanadu singer, I'm going to go with Olivia Newton-John. OK, Olivia Newton-John says, Emma, here is your red line. Can you get below that with Olivia Newton-John? Let's find out. It's right. And you're through. Well done. Very well done. 41. Exactly the same score as Ian, taking your total up to 82.
No trouble at all. Very well played. When she played Sandy in Greece, teenage Sandy, she was 28 years old.
Was she?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. OK, Jake. What would you like to go for? I'm afraid you are our high scorers, even before you've given your answer.
Oh, well. I mean, this is a tough round for me. I don't actually know any of them. So I'm going to take a punt with the German goalkeeper and say Oliver Baumann.
Oliver Baumann, says Jake. OK, no red line, you're the high scorers. Let's see if Oliver Baumann is right. It's not right, but that's exactly the kind of play we like on Pointless. That scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 200. Our newest members of the 200 Club. We haven't had that for a long time.
We haven't had a 200. Welcome, gents.
Yeah, welcome.
Lovely to have you with us. I look forward to the newsletter in the post. The German goalkeeper is Oliver Kahn, I'm afraid, but it scored you 11 points. Now, the Hellraiser actor.
Ollie Reed.
Ollie Reed, yeah, Oliver Reed. Would have scored you 36. Do you know the author?
I can't remember.
No, I didn't get this. Olivia Manning. Very well done if you said that at home. 3 points if you said Olivia Manning. And at the bottom there, the filmmaker.
Oliver Stone.
Oliver Stone. And he would have scored you 30.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, we are at the end of our second round, which means we have to say goodbye to a pair, and I'm afraid Jake and Dan, you are that pair. But you're going to come back next time. And when you get a category that you really know, you're going to do fantastically well. So, yes, we'll look forward to your return. I'm sure you'll do much better. But in the meantime, thanks very much, Jake and Dan. But for the remaining two pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Emma and Ian, Katie and Ashley. You're now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, still currently standing at £1,000. But here you start playing as a pair. First pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Well,
I mean, Katie and Ashley can't believe they're here.
I know.
Still.
I know. Emma and Ian have played a blinder.
Oh.
Absolutely fantastic. Those tropical birds were such a brilliant idea. It just helps you so much. And the nice thing is, whoever doesn't go through to the final will be back here next time. So that's all good. Bearing all that in mind, best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and it concerns animals that have other animals' names in their names.
Wow.
I'm going to show you 5 pictures now of animals that have other animals' names in their names. Also going to give you every other letter of those names. Can you tell us what those names are? Don't forget they all contain other animals' names in their names.
Got it.
That's exciting. OK, let's reveal our 5 animals who have other animals' names in their names, and here they come. A, MLCIKT. B, PGDE. C, TGRSRM. D, ATLPSURE. And E, LOADFO. There we are, 5 animals with other animals' names in their names. Emma and Ian, you're our low scorers, so you get to go first. Feel free to confer.
So I think, well, C is tiger shrimp.
Yeah.
I think it's antelope squirrel.
Yeah.
I don't know the second one or the first one. Yeah, so we'd like to go with C, tiger shrimp.
Tiger shrimp, say Emma and Ian. Now, Katie and Ashley, the board's all yours. Do you fancy talking us through it?
So A is mole cricket, we think. B, we think is pig deer. D, we think is antelope squirrel, which is very random. And E, we can't quite get E. So we're going to go with D, antelope squirrel.
Antelope squirrel. So we have tiger shrimp and antelope squirrel. Emma and Ian have gone for tiger shrimp. Let's see if that's right for C. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Tiger shrimp is absolutely right. And down he goes to 32. 32 for tiger shrimp. Meanwhile, Katie and Ashley are saying antelope squirrel for D. Certainly fits. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people got it. Antelope squirrel. It is right. It's 31! Wow. There we are. Very well done indeed. Oh, this is exciting. Very close, but well done. Katie and Ashley, after one question, you're up 1-0.
That was a good one. It's also always very satisfying to hear someone from North America saying the word squirrel. Oh, yeah. We love it. We like it. It's like it is a mole cricket. And the mole cricket would have scored you 29 points. All of these very close, aren't they? I don't know about the mole cricket. And that's actual size. The next one, for ages and ages, it's a pig something I couldn't work out.
It is a pig deer.
It is a pig deer, yeah.
That's no deer.
Well, it looks more like a pig than a deer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To be fair.
It looks a bit cross.
Yes, it doesn't look delighted. 28 points for pig deer. And the last one you weren't sure about was...
Frog is obviously right.
Oh, have you not got the first one?
Leopard.
No, it's leotard frog. Because they're very good at gymnastics. No, it is a leopard frog. A leopard frog. And leopard frog would have scored 35 points. That board is very close, isn't it? What's the best answer there?
The best answer there is mole cricket.
Pig deer. Pig deer. Just about.
Pig deer. Thank you very much indeed. OK, so here comes your second question. Now, Emma and Ian, you have to win this one to stay in the game. Katie and Ashley get to answer it first. Good luck. Our second question today is all about book titles containing the names of plants. Richard.
I'm going to show you the titles now of 5 books that have the name of a plant or a plant group in their titles, but we've removed that word. Can you tell us what it is, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal the book titles, and here they come. The Scarlet Blank, A Musca Orczy. Keep the Blank Flying, George Orwell. The Name of the Blank, Umberto Eco. Purple Blank, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. And Blank's Baby, Ira Levin. I'll read those all one last time. The Scarlet Blank, A Musca Orczy. Keep the Blank Flying, George Orwell. The Name of the Blank, Umberto Eco. Purple Blank, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. And Blank's Baby, Ira Levin. There we are. Katie and Ashley will go first.
So we don't actually know any of them.
OK, that's fine, that's fine.
But we're going to take a guess at the top one and say the Scarlet Rose.
The Scarlet Rose,
Yeah.
say Katie and Ashley. OK, Emma and Ian, over to you. Talk us through that board.
So you said you knew the first one, did you?
I do, but I'm not.
Right. Well, I think the third one is the name of the rose.
Yeah.
I wonder whether the purple is Purple Orchid, and then the bottom one's Rosemary's Baby. So can we go for Rosemary's Baby?
Rosemary's Baby. So we have the Scarlet Rose, and we have Rosemary's Baby. Katie and Ashley have gone for Scarlet Rose. Let's see if that's right for the top one. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Ooh, not the Scarlet Rose. Ian and Emma have meanwhile gone for Rosemary's Baby for the bottom one. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people got that. Just has to be right for you to win the point. And it is right. Very well done indeed. Just what you needed. Down to 40. You're back in the game. After 2 questions, it's 1-1.
Yep, not the Scarlet Rose, more often known as Baroness
Orczy, yeah. Scarlet Pimpernel.
Scarlet Pimpernel.
Oh, numpty.
Yeah. the Scarlet Numpty. That would have scored you 41 points. I'm not sure I knew that Pimpernel was a plant.
Yeah, it's a tiny... They open during the day and then close at night.
Oh, that's
They're
lovely.
Nice.
Like off licenses.
Yes.
Keep the Aspidistra flying, George Orwell. Would have scored you 12. You're quite right, the name of the rose, Umberto Eco. You scored 31. The best answer on the board is Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie book, Purple Hibiscus. Very well done. If you said that at home, would have scored you 2 points.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, now here comes your third question. This is the decider. Whoever wins this one goes through to the final and plays for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Our third question today is all about shades of red. Richard.
Just going to put up 5 shades of red up there, but their letters have been scrambled. They're in anagram form. Can you unscramble them and give us the best possible answer? Best of luck, everyone.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 shades of red. Here they come as anagrams. We have Microns, Mini Lover, Berry, Clean Rain, and Urs by Rap. Emma and Ian will go first.
Yeah. Is Carmine right for the second one? What? Carmine right for the second one. Does it work?
No. I'll go with the first one. So we'll go with the top one and say Crimson.
Crimson, say Emma and Ian. Now then, Katie and Ashley, over to you. Can you talk us through that board?
So we only knew 2, Crimson being one of them. So that doesn't leave us with very many options. So I'll just have to go with the third one. It's Ruby.
OK, you're going to go for Ruby. So we have Crimson and we have Ruby. Ian and Emma have gone for Crimson. Let's see how many of our 100 people got that from Microns. Crimson is right. Down it goes to 55. Katie and Ashley have gone for Ruby from Berry. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Ruby. Well, it's right. There we go. 95 for Ruby. Very well done indeed, Emma and Ian. After 3 questions, you're through to the final 2-1.
Yeah, very nicely played. Let's fill in this board, shall we? Mini Lover, you know that one?
No, I haven't worked that one out.
Vermilion.
Oh, I see.
Would have scored 11 points. Do you know the bottom one?
That's raspberry. I got that one.
Yeah. That would have seen you through to the final as well. Would have scored 23 points. And Clean Rain, I've never heard of this colour, I have to say. Carnelian.
What?
Carnelian.
Carnelian.
Or carnelian, I suppose. Would have scored 1 point. Very well done if you knew that at home.
Wow.
Carnelian. It is a dull red colour, like the semi-precious stone carnelian, which I've also never heard of.
Never heard of it. Probably because it's dull.
Yeah.
I can't help thinking. Anyway, there we are, carnelian. We've all learned something. Thank you very much indeed. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round. I'm afraid, Katie and Ashley, it's you. But the good news is we'll see you again next time. Yay. Look forward to that very much. But meantime, thanks so much for playing, Katie and Ashley. But for Emma and Ian, it's now time for our pointless final. Oh, congratulations, Emma and Ian. You've seen off all the competition and you've won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot is still standing at £1,000. Well, this is at once great news. It's wonderful for you. It's sad news for us, though, because we've only just got to know you. We really like
all
you.
too brief.
It's been great having you here. I really wanted to know what you were going to wear on the next show as well. What do you want to see come up in this last round?
Art, history.
Yeah, Betty Davis films.
Oh, that's niche, but good.
Yeah.
That's who knows? It could come up. Well, you know what? It's like 4 things will appear on the board, and there'll be 3 further subsections behind each one. So let's hope there's something up here you can answer. Our 4 today look like this: A Star Is Born casts, classic rock and roll, boxing, the year 1982.
None of those look appealing.
No.
Why don't do you want to go with 1982?
Oh, classic rock and roll.
You would be good at that. I wouldn't.
Not necessarily, but I might be.
Go on. Do you want to do classic rock and roll?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
OK, classic rock and roll it is.
Yeah.
OK, very best of luck. We're looking for any UK Top 40 hits up to March 2019 by any of the following, please. Any UK Top 40 hits by Fats Domino, by Little Richard, or by Buddy Holly and the Crickets, or just the Crickets. So any UK Top 40 hits by any of those 3 acts. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed. As always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Dad, anything?
Blueberry Hill.
Yeah.
Golly, Miss Molly.
Yeah. Probably not going to be pointless.
My Ding-a-ling.
My Dingaling.
Yeah.
Right.
Buddy Holly.
So that's one.
Yeah. Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly. Oh, heavens above. Little Richard.
Anything coming to mind? So we've got My Dingaling.
Yeah,
You've got
just... Heavens above. I'm going to go with those 3, I think.
right. So we've got My Dingaling, Good Golly Miss Molly, and what was the other one?
Blueberry Hill.
Blueberry Hill. Okay.
10
They're
seconds
probably
left.
not going to. They're all quite
Well,
popular ones. Anything else from Buddy Holly that's just come into your head?
It's just gone to turn to mush. Mush, my memory has gone.
OK, I'm afraid that's your
Yeah.
time up. OK, let's have your 3 answers. And if you could say which category you're answering in each one.
Yeah. Good Golly Miss Molly.
Is Little Richard.
OK, Good Golly Miss Molly.
My Ding-a-ling. Little Richard.
My Dingaling.
Yeah. And Blueberry Hill. Fats Domino.
And Blueberry Hill. OK, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer, do you think?
Blueberry Hill.
Blueberry Hill we'll put last. Least likely to be pointless?
My Ding-a-ling.
OK, we'll put that first.
Yeah.
OK, well, let's put those 3 answers up on the board in that order then. And here they are. We have got My Dingaling, Good Golly Miss Molly, and Blueberry Hill. Well, 3 answers on the board there. Who knows? One of those could turn out to be pointless, could win you that jackpot. What would you do with it if you won that jackpot?
Well, I've got a landmark birthday coming up later this year, and I wanted to do something really special. So I'm going to see if I can get tickets for the Ben Miller stand-up show.
There we are. That
That would, I mean, any birthday. That's a great present.
What a night out.
What a colossus that guy is.
Yeah, yes.
Isn't he?
Isn't he? OK, Emma?
I'm going hiking in India later in the year, so I'd invest in some nice outdoor equipment to take with me.
Good. OK, excellent. Well, let's hope one of these answers will be pointless and win that jackpot for you. Your first answer was My Ding-a-Ling. In this case, we were looking for any top 40 single by Little Richard. If this is pointless, you leave with £1,000. How many people said My Ding-a-Ling? Oh, dear. Oh. I'm afraid an incorrect answer. So we move swiftly on to Good Golly Miss Molly. In this case, again, we're looking for Little Richard top 40 singles. If Good Golly Miss Molly is pointless, you leave here with £1,000. How many people said it? Well, down it goes through the 20s to 23. Good Golly Miss Molly. Not a pointless answer. So let's move on to your third and final answer, which was Blueberry Hill. And in this case, we were looking for Fats Domino, UK Top 40 Singles. Again, if Blueberry Hill is pointless, you leave here with £1,000. Best of luck. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Well, he's right. Your first answer, My Ding-a-Ling, was incorrect. Your second answer, Good Golly Miss Molly, went down to 23. Ooh, 37 for Blueberry Hill. Well, that was a tough category, that one, I think, and I'm sure you'll know some answers when they pop up on the board, but it's almost impossible to find them in that minute. It's never quite long enough. And I'm sorry you therefore don't win today's jackpot. But don't forget, you get to take home a pointless trophy each. It's been wonderful having you here.
Yeah, it's been a terrific performance. Very well played. Been a pleasure meeting you as well. My Ding-a-Ling was Chuck Berry. Let's take a look, shall we? Let's start with Fats Domino. There's only 2 pointless answers here. Our 100 did rather well on this category. Lots of one-pointers for Fats Domino. My Girl Josephine and Red Sails in the Sunset. The big scorers there were Blueberry Hill, Ain't That a Shame, Blue Monday.
Yeah.
Little Richard, 5 pointless answers for him. Babyface, Bamalama, Bamaloo, Kansas City, Ooh, My Soul. And he got what he wanted. The big scorers there were Tutti Frutti, Good Golly Miss Molly, and Lucille. And on to Buddy Holly and the Crickets. More pointless answers here. Bo Diddley, Brown-Eyed Handsome Man, Valley of Tears, You've Got Love, You Could Have Had When You Ask About Love, What to Do, Midnight Shift. They call her La Bamba as well. Those are pointless answers. Big scorers there. Unsurprisingly, Peggy Sue, That'll Be the Day, and Oh Boy. Very well done if you've got any of those pointless answers at home.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard, and thanks so much, Emma and Ian. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That'll therefore roll over onto the next show when we will be playing for £2,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye. Indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless. This is the quiz where all the questions have been asked to 100 people before the show. All our contestants have to do is come up with the answers those 100 people couldn't think of. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, my name's Ashley, and this is my friend and flatmate Katie, and we live in Woolwich.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Stephen. This is my friend Daniel, and we work together in Cambridgeshire.
Couple number three.
Hello, my name's Kareem. This is my mum, Janet, and we come from London and Retford, Nottinghamshire.
And finally, couple number four.
Hello there, my name's Dan. This is my friend Jake, and we're both from Middlesbrough.
And these are today's contestants. Thanks very much, all of you. A warm welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce, providing a hearty pat on the back to today's quizzers, only for them to discover later it was actually a post-it note saying, "Kick me, it's my Pointless friend, it's Richard."
Hiya. Afternoon, everybody. Afternoon, Zander.
Good afternoon.
3 returning pairs from last time. They had very different shows, though. Katie and Ashley, welcome back on Podium 1, got all the way through to the head-to-head.
They were good.
Only lost 2-1 in the head-to-head as well.
I know.
Podium 2, though, the gents there, Stephen and Daniel, got knocked down in round 1. Podium 4, Jake and Dan joined the 200 club last time.
Yeah.
Which is quite an achievement. We haven't had many members of the 200 club.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
And there's virtually no members of the 400 club. That is a very, very... that's a very elite group, isn't it?
Isn't it?
But if anyone can do it, Jake and Dan can, I'm sure.
Thank you very much indeed. Our finalists last time, Emma and Ian, did not win the jackpot, so we're adding another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £2,000. There it is. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Now, all you have to remember is the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that gets eliminated, so just keep your scores nice and low, and you will be fine. Best of luck to all 4 pairs. Our first category today is UK hit singles. Can you all decide in your pairs? Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns songs by subtitle. Richard.
Yeah, you know, quite often songs have a little bit that's in brackets in their title. We are now going to show you 7 hit singles on each pass, but we're only going to show you the bits that are in the bracket of various song titles. Can you tell us what these songs are, please? 7 on the first board, 7 on the second, 14 in all to have a go at home.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, let's reveal our first board of 7 subtitles of songs, and here they are. Don't Fear, blank, blank, Blue Oyster Cult. Blank, blank, To Wear Sunscreen, Baz Luhrmann. Everything I Do, blank. I'm not going to fill in all those blanks. That's just going to become tedious. Everything I Do, blank, Bryan Adams. Blank, Put a Ring on It, Beyoncé. Blank, Are Made of This, Eurythmics. Blank, With Flowers in My Hair, Sandy Tom. And blank, Forget About Me, Simple Minds. I'm going to read those song titles again. Don't Fear, blank. Blank, To Wear Sunscreen. Everything I Do, blank. Blank, Put a Ring on It. Blank, Are Made of This. Blank, With Flowers in My Hair. And blank, Forget About Me. Ashley, welcome back. Great to have you with us again. Remind us all about yourself.
So I am a marketing operations manager in investment management. A lot of management.
Watch this, watch this. What are your hobbies, Ashley?
So I played tag rugby.
Tag rugby. Now, tag rugby, do you carry strips that get torn off you?
Yeah, you've got Velcro here.
Yeah.
And
How many do you have of those?
Just 2.
Just 2? And you can recharge them once your strips have
So
gone?
as soon as you're tagged, you just put it back on again.
I see. Phew. Imagine if you ran out of tags.
I know.
Ashley, tell us something else about yourself, something surprising.
Oh, this is a fake American accent. So I've never actually lived in the US before. I've moved all over, mostly lived in Scotland, and just have an American accent.
Just for fun?
Just for fun, yeah. Just watch too much American TV, apparently. No.
Seriously? But no, you've been schooled internationally?
Yeah, international schools, so Bolivia, Pakistan, and then Scotland for most of my life, though.
How extraordinary. So never actually been to the States?
No,
That's
I've
fun.
been there, but just for like a week.
I see. OK.
Yeah.
OK.
Wow. I thought you were joking.
No.
It's amazing. Very good American accent.
It's a very good American accent. Can you do a Scottish accent?
No. That's not it.
I don't know how to take that. Is that a yes or a no? I don't know. Ashley, what are you going to go for on our singles here?
The one I really know, but I'm doubting myself, but I'm just going to say it. Beyonce, Single Ladies.
Single Ladies.
It's gotta be.
Single Ladies,
Yeah.
Put a Ring on It. OK, let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Single Ladies. It is Single Ladies. Look at that, down it goes to 20. Very well done indeed. Great start to the round.
Yeah, number 7 hit.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, Stephen.
Hello.
Welcome back. You are welcome to Pointless for a second time. Remind us all about yourself.
So yeah, I'm Stephen. I work with Dan in a chemistry lab in Cambridgeshire. We test food samples mostly, but I grew up in Clacton-on-Sea in Essex.
The food samples, we did discuss this last time. This is just endlessly fascinating. Your testing, we decided you're on the team that tests for fat, amongst other things.
Yes.
What are the other things you do test for?
Sulfites, we have a test for. Nitrates, rancidity, we have a test for.
Oh, I love rancidity.
Lovely.
I can't remember. There's more. I can't remember off the top of my head.
So are any of those good things to have sulfites? We don't want that in our food, do we?
Some things, they're just completely normal. You know, it's just a very commonplace in a seasoning as a preservative.
I don't think rancidity is a good thing.
No, I don't think
Definitely not a good thing. We like to see that one nice and low.
Yeah. Stephen, what are you going to go for?
I think I know most of them. So then we're going to go for one above the bottom, Sandy Thom, I think, is I Wish I Was a Punk Rocker.
With Flowers in My Hair.
With Flowers in My Hair.
I wish I was a punk rocker. Let's see if that is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. It's right. 20 is the only score we have so far. Oh, and you pass it. Dan, you get a 15. Well done, Stephen. Very good.
#1 single from 2006. Be good, being a punk rocker would be great to have flowers in your hair. Just stick them on a Mohican.
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you very much. Kareem, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm the commercial director at a marketing agency in London.
What kind of marketing are you particularly?
It's marketing services, so we call it thought leadership. Doesn't sound great, does it? But,
Thought leadership?
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic. I like that. Thought leadership. But marketing service, what kind of service?
It's research-based content for big brands. So if you and your company want to sound like experts in AI, we'll go and do research for you, write the reports, and it's all yours.
We long to sound like experts.
Yes, I would love to sound like an expert in AI.
Oh.
Can we? How much if we wanted a report?
Oh, it's not expensive at all.
Great. That's our favourite sort of price.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Where have you been all our lives? Kareem, what are you going to go for on our board?
So I thought the Sandy Tom one was going to be a good one. It was. I'm now not sure whether to play it safe or take a risk. I think I know the Simple Minds one. I'm going to say, don't you forget about me.
Don't you forget about me for Simple Minds. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said don't you. It's absolutely right. 20 is the high score, 15 is the low. 60. 60. Popular song.
Yeah, big score, big hit, I suppose, as well as
I guess.
Featured on The Breakfast Club and this the other huge hit in the States as well. Don't you forget about me.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now then, Dan, welcome back. Welcome back to Pointless. Remind us all about yourself.
I'm Dan, I'm from Middlesbrough. Recently graduated biomedical science and looking to do a master's in September.
And master, how long will the master's take? Is that a year or 2 years?
It's a year-long
It's
master's.
a year long. And do you know what you're going to do after that?
Absolutely no idea.
What's the master's going to be in? What do you?
It's in medical and biomolecular sciences.
Wow. I mean, I've got nothing on that.
Well, could look into rancidity, maybe.
Hot topic I've heard at the moment.
Yeah. Dan, the board is all yours. Why not just dazzle us by filling in all of those blanks?
So I know the rest, apart from the Baz Luhrmann one. So the top one is Don't Fear the Reaper. Bryan Adams is Everything I Do It For You. And then Sweet Dreams for the Eurythmics. So I think I'm going to go with the top one and say Don't Fear the Reaper.
Don't Fear the Reaper for the Blue Oyster Cult. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. It's right. Down to 34. Not bad at all. 34.
Shall we fill in the rest of this board? We'll leave the Baz Luhrmann one because we've heard the answers to the others. Everything I Do It For You, Bryan Adams, would have scored you 76, and Sweet Dreams Are Made of This would have scored you 65. Do you know the Baz Luhrmann one? It's the song where he does it's the spoken word thing where he's giving you all sorts of advice for life.
Sunscreen. I can't remember what it was called.
I thought it was Don't Forget to Wear Sunscreen, but it very much isn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it very wrong.
I can't
It's
remember.
Everybody's Free
Everybody's free
to wear sunscreen. 5 points for that. Very well done if you said that at home.
Thank you very much. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. 15, the best score of the past. Well done, Stephen. Nothing rancid about that. Then up to 20, where we find Ashley and Katie. 34 is where we find Dan and Jake. 60, Kareem and Janet. That was a punishing high score there for you, Kareem, I'm afraid. So, Janet, you're going to have to carry the can for that. But I'm hoping you'll have a lovely obscure answer for the next pass to keep you in the game. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more subtitles of hit singles up on the board, and here they are. We have got Blank with Someone You Shouldn't Have, Buzzcocks. You Drive Me, Blank, Britney Spears. Blank, But I Won't Do That, Meatloaf. Sitting on Blank, Otis Redding. Blank for a White Guy, The Offspring. Blank, A Man After Midnight, ABBA. And Blank, I Feel Good, James Brown. I'll read those singles again. Blank with Someone You Shouldn't Have. You Drive Me, Blank. Blank, But I Won't Do That. Sitting on Blank. Blank for a White Guy. Blank, A Man After Midnight. And Blank, I Feel Good. There we are. Jake, welcome back.
Thank you for
Good
having
to
me.
have you with us. Again, remind us all about yourself, Jake.
I graduated last year, did chemical engineering at Newcastle Uni. I'm currently working as a retail assistant, but I'm moving to Bristol towards the end of this year to go and do a transportation engineering role, which is quite exciting. It's working on things like autonomous cars, smart motorways, smart ticketing and that sort of thing.
That is exciting. How big's the company you're going to go and join?
It's a pretty big worldwide company, so plenty of chance for development
Plenty of opportunity.
as well.
That's really, that is an exciting field to be in, isn't it?
Very exciting, yeah.
Very good. OK, now, Jake, there you are on 34. If you can score 25 or less, you're into the next round.
I'm stuck between two. OK, I'm going to go for The Offspring and say Pretty Fly for a White Guy.
Pretty Fly, it says Jake for The Offspring. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. There's your red line. Look at that, not bad at all, 34. Takes your total up to 68.
Yeah, very nicely done. Absolutely right. Offspring, they formed once when they got turned away from a gig of another band. They said, well, if we can't go see you, we'll form our own band. They had about 15 years in the wilderness before becoming one of the biggest bands in the world.
Amazing. Yeah. Thank you very much indeed. And now, Janet, welcome. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Janet.
I'm a retired teacher. I worked for 40 years as a teacher, but I taught everything from tiny ones up to teaching English as a foreign language to adults in Morocco.
So you've taught a whole variety of subjects
Yes,
then, have you?
yes. Well, general, mainly.
General. And what was your favourite period of that?
Working in Morocco, I think. Working in a Montessori school.
Wonderful.
The first Montessori school in North Africa. And teaching adults English as well, which was great fun.
Excellent. Now, Janet, you are on 60, which means you have to score 7 or less. 7 or less.
Very unlikely. This is possibly the worst round I could possibly have.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I was dreading getting this sort of round, but never mind. There's 2 I know. I know they're going to be high scores. But I'll go for Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, Otis Redding.
Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, says Janet. Here is your red line. It's quite low. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Sitting on the Dock of the Bay for Otis Redding.
Sorry, we're out.
64.
Very good.
124 is your total.
Yeah, came 26th on Rolling Stone magazine's list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. Oh, it's got to be up there.
It's got to be. 500, that's a lot. That's a lot of great songs.
It is. I suppose it's only 7 or 8 a year from the beginning of rock and roll.
Yep. Fair enough. Thank you, Richard. Now, Daniel, welcome back.
Hello.
Welcome back. So, yes, we know that you and Stephen work together. Are you on the same team as Stephen, then?
Yeah, when I first started, Stephen trained me. He'd been working there like 2-3 weeks before.
About a month or so,
How many on the team?
6 or 7 people.
And when the food arrives, does it arrive just in the packaging it comes in, or is it in a special little sample?
No, packaging
So you get it, and what do? You pound it, you macerate it?
No, there's a department at work that's...
Oh, the maceration department?
Yeah.
Take the maceration team, knock it down to them.
Yeah.
They bring it back to you in a mess.
Basically,
And you then scoop that into tubes?
Depends
How does it work?
what the experiment is.
Every single time we ask either of these two about what they do at work, they say, oh, no, not that. I don't think they really work there. Everything's a different department, and they're not really telling us what they actually do.
Maybe we're secret villains.
Well, not so secret now, are you?
Daniel, you're on 15. You're through to the next round.
Oh, that's not
Just on the back of what you do. We're so impressed.
Oh, thank you.
And also on the back of the high score of Kareem and Janet, of course.
And a low score from me.
And a low score from Stephen. So what are the missing words from these hit singles?
I'm going to say, gimme, 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 A Man After Midnight.
OK, ABBA. OK. No red line. You're already through. Let's see how many of our 100 people said gimme, gimme, gimme. $54 takes your total up to 69.
They had 5 top 5 singles in 1979, ABBA, and none of them went to number 1.
Really?
Yeah, that was number 3, Gimme, Gimme, Gimme.
Wow. Thank you very much. So, Katie, welcome back. Welcome back. Remind us about yourself.
So I'm on a local government graduate scheme at the moment, currently working at a local authority in East London.
And when not doing that, Katie, what do you get up to?
So I also play tag rugby, so we're on the same tag rugby team.
Indeed. Now, Ashley revealed something about herself that was surprising. Katie, do the same.
So before playing tag rugby, I used to play basketball, and I've played kind of local leagues in Scotland, as well as playing for Scotland.
You played for Scotland?
Yeah. When I was younger, a lot.
When you were...
When I was younger.
OK. OK. When did you stop doing that?
When I was about 18.
Yeah. What, you went to university and you didn't fancy
still
keeping
played
it
at
up?
university, but just didn't do the Scotland level stuff.
And you've now just ditched it? That's it?
Yeah.
Never
play
not
tag
going to do
now.
anymore? Yeah. That's it? Do you get a cap when you play? I mean, what do you get in recognition of having represented your country?
Got a couple of medals.
A couple of medals, lots of stories. Yeah. OK, listen, great news. You're through to the next round. Doesn't matter what you score. This board's all yours. Do you want to talk us through it?
Not especially. I only know one more, which is You Drive Me Crazy, the Britney Spears one.
Is that the one you're going to go
Yes.
for? OK, Crazy for Britney Spears. You Drive Me Crazy. No red line. You're already through. How many people said crazy? It's right. Down it goes to 66. 86 is your total.
Let's fill in this board, shall we? The top one, Buzzcocks.
Ever Fallen in Love.
Ever Fallen in Love. Yep. Another amazing song. 20 points for that. Meatloaf.
I'd Do Anything for Love.
I'd Do Anything for Love. Yeah, I was thinking it was I Would Do Anything for Love.
Well,
It didn't fit the amount of words.
So I
but
went for I'd.
37 points for that. And right at the bottom...
I Got You.
I Got You.
Got You.
I Feel Good. 10 points. That's the best answer on the board, so well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we are at the end of our first round, which means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. And I'm afraid, Karim and Janet, you are that pair with your high score of 124. We will see you again next time, though. We'll look forward to that very much. Meantime, thanks so much, Karim and Janet. But for the remaining three pairs, it's now time for round two. Well, very well done, everybody. Can I just say how commendably hospitable you are? You've booted off our newcoming pair. That's nice. Anyway, well done. You made it through that round. Stephen, with flying colours, lowest individual score there, so that was pretty impressive. And Jake and Dan, our lowest combined scorers. So well done to you. Katie and Ashley, just lovely to have you here. Best of luck to all three pairs. Our category for round two this afternoon is science. Can you all decide in your pairs? Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many chemical elements known before the 20th century as they could.
I mean, this has landed well, because virtually everybody here is a scientist, right? Pretty much. I mean, literally, we still have no idea what Ashley does, but we know there's a lot of scientists here. We're looking for simply any chemical element that was discovered before or in the year 1900, please, according to the Royal Society of Chemistry. It's interesting that, because we've learned the names of the elements.
I know.
So we know how to cheat in these rounds and get the obscure ones. But I wouldn't know how old they are.
No. I mean, some sound old.
Some do sound old, and some sound newer.
Yes.
I think there's a few pointless favourites here we wouldn't be able to use in this round.
There was, I mean, some have been used, we know, before 1900. That we know. That's not giving too much away.
Let's find out, shall we?
Come on. Katie.
Yes. So this is hard, because I could name you quite a lot of chemical elements, but whether it's known for the 20th century...
I know.
It's going to be a bit of a guess, to be honest. OK, so I'm going to go for radon.
Radon.
Yes.
That looks like it's been around a long time. Radon, surely. Let's find out how many of our 100 people said radon. Is right. Look at that. 4. Brilliant. Great. Gets the round off to a good start.
Yeah, and do you know what year radon was discovered in?
Oh, it's on the tip of my nose.
1900.
Whoa. Sailing close to the wind, Katie. What about that?
It's exciting.
That is exciting. Stephen, you were so pleased when science came up.
Yeah, it
You're
should always
still
be a good-
pleased?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Again, I can think of a lot of elements. No idea when they were known.
I know.
So,
That's
one
good.
that should be at least a good one. I'm going to say vanadium.
Vanadium. Vanadium. Daniel, what do we think? I mean, it's good. I'm sure it's good. I don't doubt that.
It sounds quite complicated, which means I
you
feel
could
as
mean
though it would have
modern.
been discovered later.
Let's find out. Vanadium, is it right? How many people said it if it is? It is right. Well, 4 is the only score. We've got a fast race. Very well done indeed, Stephen. That's a pointless answer, so it adds £250 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £2,250, scores you nothing, and is tremendous.
That was very well done, wasn't it? It's very exciting. Very well played. Yeah, 1801 it was discovered. So it was discovered before vans,
Yeah.
even though that's what vans are made of,
Yeah. Yeah. Extraordinary.
isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. They probably did have vans before then, didn't they?
Do you what? Horse-drawn vans?
Yes. Anyway, literally nothing to do with vanadium, but
No.
you know,
Still, fun, though.
I have no other knowledge of vanadium, so it's all I have. It's all I got.
Literally all he's got. OK, now, Dan. Dan.
So, again, lots of elements. Again, knowledge of the year, very poor. I'm going to take a punt. I'm going to say nobelium.
OK, nobelium, says Dan. Let's see how many of our 100 people said nobelium. No! Oh, Dan, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that is an incorrect answer. Scores you 100 points.
Yeah, 1963 that was discovered. It must have been named after him rather than by him, I guess. I was thinking that was a very clever move on your part. It turns out I was wrong.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Let's take a look at those scores. 0, the best score of the past. Very well done indeed. Stephen and Daniel, I think you will be in our head-to-head. That's exciting. 4's where we find Katie and Ashley. Then, I'm sorry, Dan and Jake, there you are on 100. That may very well not be the last 100 of the round. So, yeah, find a nice low score, Jake. Maybe that could keep you in the game. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? So, Jake, remember, it's the name of any chemical element discovered up to and including the year 1900.
I mean, we've all looked at our chemical elements before we came, didn't we? So I don't know which ones will have been before the 20th century. And I'm really going to have to play trying to get a low one. So I'm going to go for manganese, hopefully.
Manganese.
Yeah.
Manganese, says Jake. No red line for you. You're the high scorers. Let's see how far down the board we get with manganese.
At least it's
Right.
Yeah, well played.
And down to 2. Very well done indeed. You've left one possibility open for yourselves there. 102 is your total.
Yeah, 1774, one of the very early ones. Manganese. Quite hard to say, isn't it?
It is quite hard to say.
Manganese.
Yeah. Thank you, Richard. Now, Daniel. Daniel, you're through. Doesn't matter what you score. Does not matter what... I'm sure I've said that to you several times before.
Several times.
Stephen always scoring so low.
Thank you, Stephen.
Other people scoring quite obligingly high. Means the pressure's off you.
So I think I'm going to go for one inspired by Richard.
Oh, lovely.
And go for osmium. I hope I'm saying that right.
Osmium.
I hope I'm saying
Osmium.
that right.
OK, well, it doesn't matter. You're through anyway, so let's see. No red line for you for that very reason. How many people said osmium, if it's right? No, I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. Scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 100.
Yes, and my name isn't Osnan either, but other than that.
Thank you very much indeed. Ashley. OK.
So,
You essentially need a correct answer here. That's what we're after.
yes, yeah, I'm just going to play it very safe.
97 or less keeps you in the game.
I know I could actually play it too safe on this and get 98. But I'm going to go with magnesium.
Magnesium, says Ashley. Magnesium. Here is your red line. Get below that with magnesium and you are through to the head-to-head. Yep, you've done it. Well done. And look at that, 8. 8 for magnesium, taking your total up to 12. Very well done.
Well played, 1755, magnesium.
Wow.
It's a good answer. Osmium was the one you were looking for.
Just got
would
the
have
N
been,
and M.
that would have been a pointless answer as well. Would have added £250 to the jackpot, so it would have been a very nice answer. Well done if you said that at home. loads and loads of pointless answers here. Not allowed to use any of our pointless favourites. Can't have Einsteinium, can't have Rutherfordium, Lawrencium, Californium.
Oganesson, no.
No, Tennessine, can't use any. Nihonium.
No.
Let's take a look. These were pointless answers. Well done if you said any of these. Gadolinium, holmium, indium, krypton. You'd think that krypton was a more modern one, surely, wouldn't you? Lanthanum, there's osmium. So close. Polonium, ruthenium, scandium as well. All those are pointless answers. Take a look at the top 3 scorers, the ones that most people in our 100 said. All very low scores here. Silver would have scored you 30, iron 32, and oxygen would have scored 37.
Thanks very much, Richard. Well, we are at the end of our second round, which means we have to say goodbye to another of our pairs. I'm afraid, Jake and Dan, this is it. It's where we say goodbye to you. I'm so sorry. It's been lovely having you on both shows. I'm sorry you didn't get into the head-to-head this time. I had high hopes for you guys, but it's been great having you here. Thank you so much for playing. Jake and Dan, everyone. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Katie and Ashley, Stephen and Daniel. You're now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, currently standing at £2,250. Now you start playing as a pair. First pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Well, look at this.
That round,
I like that.
With all the chemists. Vanadium. I don't think anyone's ever said vanadium before on this show.
I didn't know it existed.
Sure. It definitely, yeah, I think it was discovered sometime in the, pre-1900 vanadium, I think.
Yeah.
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 And it's a major element in the rancidity of foods.
Yeah. Can I just present our maroon semi-finalists? Look at that.
We didn't wow.
What did they know that we didn't beforehand?
That is, yeah, that's quite something. It's like Maroon 5 have sacked someone.
Anyway, listen, best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and our first question today is all about Irish cuisine. Irish cuisine.
I'm going to show you 5 pictures now of different Irish foods. We're going to show you alternate letters of the names as well. Can you identify these foods, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 Irish dishes, and here they come. We have got A, BXY. B, SDBED. C, CAP. D, IIHTW. And E, BRBAK. OK, now, Katie and Ashley, you're our low scorers, so you get to go first.
Which one? Should we go for it? Us first. Yes, us first. OK. So both of our dads are actually from Northern Ireland. However, we're going to take a bit of a risk.
You got to do it.
We're going to do it. We're going to go for C and say...
Champ.
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 Champ. Champ.
Champ. OK, champ, say Katie and Ashley. Now then, Stephen and Daniel, can you talk us through the rest of that board?
No. B is soda bread. D is Irish stew. E, I feel like I know somewhere in the back of my head. A, boxy. Might be. I don't know. Should we go for soda bread?
Yeah.
Go B, soda bread.
OK, B, soda bread, say Stephen and Daniel. So we have champ, we have soda bread. Katie and Ashley, champ. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that for C. Champ is right. 17. 17 for champ. Stephen and Daniel, meanwhile, have gone for soda bread for B. Let's see how many of our 100 people said soda bread. So, wow.
Nearly.
OK, well, very well done indeed, Katie and Ashley. After one question, you're up 1-0.
We'll fill in the other obvious one, which was Irish stew. Would not have done you a great deal better, because that would have scored you 85 points. It was all about the other 3, really. Champ there with 17. A It's an Irish potato pancake. And it's not boxy, but it's not far off it.
I'm trying to think. I mean, it's box tea?
Box tea.
Is it?
Yeah, a box tea.
Oh, there we are.
Very well done. If you said that at home, would have scored you 6 points. And the best answer on the board, well, that's lovely, doesn't it?
That's barmbrack.
It is, absolutely right. Barmbrack. Well done if you said that at home, 3 points.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, here comes your second question. Stephen and Daniel, obviously you have to win this one to stay in the game. Good luck. Our second question today is all about Queen Anne. Richard.
Yep, simply 5 clues to facts about Queen Anne, and everyone looks delighted about it.
There we go. OK, let's reveal our 5 Queen Anne facts, and here they come. The scientist and president of the Royal Society knighted by Queen Anne in 1705, the Duke who led the British Army at the Battle of Blenheim in 1704, the royal house of which she was the last monarch, nickname of the pirate Edward Teach, who was captain of the 18th century ship Queen Anne's Revenge, and the year in which she gave royal assent to the Act of Union between England and Scotland. Read those all again. The scientist and president of the Royal Society knighted by Queen Anne in 1705, the Duke who led the British Army at the Battle of Blenheim in 1704, the royal house of which she was the last monarch, nickname of the pirate Edward Teach, who was captain of the 18th century ship Queen Anne's Revenge, and the year in which she gave royal assent to the Act of Union between England and Scotland. There we are. Stephen and Daniel.
Don't really have a clue about any of them. But I think I'm going to take a punt at the nickname of the pirate, Edward Teach, who's captain. And I think that was Blackbeard.
OK, Blackbeard. Blackbeard, say Stephen and Daniel. Now then, Katie and Ashley, do you want to talk us through the rest of that board?
No. No. So something in the back of my mind is telling me what I think the answer to the last one is. The union between England and Scotland.
Yes.
And I'm going to say 1707.
1707. 1707. So we have Blackbeard and we have 1707. So Stephen and Daniel have gone for Blackbeard. Let's see how many people said that for the nickname of Edward Teach the pirate. It is Blackbeard. And that scores you 26. Not bad at all. Good answer there. Katie and Ashley, meanwhile, have gone for 1707 as the year of the Act of Union. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for 1707. It is 1707. Very well done indeed. And it wins you the points. Very good. 8 is what it scored, but most importantly, it beats Blackbeard. And it means after only 2 questions, you are straight through to the final 2-0.
Very well played, Katie. Terrific answer. Sees you safely through. Tough board, this one.
Yeah.
Blackbeard was a particularly good answer, but nowhere near as good as 1707. I'm afraid the scientist and president of the Royal Society...
Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton is right. Would have scored you 30 points. The Duke...
Marlborough.
Duke of Marlborough. He would have scored you 19 points. And before I give you the answer to this one, the royal house of which she was the last monarch, can you guess what 2 of our 100 people said to that question? What was the royal house of which she was the last monarch?
What?
Buckingham Palace.
I see.
Which is not the correct answer. The correct answer is...
Stuart, I think.
Stuart is right, and that would have scored 28 points. So the best answer on the board, 1707.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round. I'm afraid, Stephen and Daniel, we have to send you back to your food laboratory. But with our very, very best wishes, you played incredibly well. It's been great fun having you here. Thank you so much for playing. Stephen and Daniel.
Thank you.
Bradford, Katie and Ashley, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Katie and Ashley. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £2,250. Very impressive, and I like your tactics. You came in, you were head-to-head last time. didn't bother coming through to the final then because it was a much smaller jackpot. I see what you've done. It's gone up, and here you are, second time round. Very strong indeed. What is going to help you win that jackpot? What subjects do you want to see come
We have
up?
a real range of knowledges between us, so that could be good or bad.
Yeah. I would like to see geography.
OK, Ashley?
I can't say what my special subject is. I'll just know really random things.
Brilliant skills. OK, so let's hope that something brilliantly random or geographical comes up in this last round. Today's selection looks like this. European battles, 21st century comedy films, Berlin, contemporary thriller writers.
Not battles. Battles? No.
No,
Not battles.
Not battles. Comedy films, thriller writers, I think actually might be okay.
Really?
I'm just reading one book right now.
No. No, I think films.
Films. We're going to have to go
21st,
films, yeah.
OK, 21st century comedy films.
Okay, best of luck. We're looking for anyone credited with appearing in any of the following films, please, according to IMDb. Anyone who appeared in Hot Fuzz, anyone who appeared in Knocked Up, or anyone who appeared in Hairspray. You've got such a good poker face. So, according to IMDb, anyone credited with appearing in any of those three films. Very best of luck.
OK, now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one answer to be pointless of the 3. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Okay. All Hairspray.
Yeah, so Elijah Kelly played Seaweed.
Oh, yeah, Elijah Kelly.
Kelly.
Obviously, there's Brittany Snow, but she'll be too high.
No. Got like Queen Latifah, Michelle
who was
Pfeiffer,
actual,
James
like-
Marden, Corny Collins.
You just go.
James Marden.
What?
James Marsden. He's quite famous though.
Yeah.
James Marden.
Elijah.
Marsden.
Elijah.
Kelly.
Kelly.
I can't think.
Who was actual, like, Miss Baltimore?
Nikki Blonsky.
Nikki
actually
Blonsky.
played
She might be high.
Zac Efron.
Nah, you love him. Wait. Nikki Blonsky, Elijah Kelly, and
James Marsden.
yeah, he's a good one. Who else is there?
Let's think.
Who else is
Who
who was the cool dancer's guy's sister?
I don't know.
She was cool.
Inez,
Okay. Oh, you got Queen Latifah. She'll
Yeah,
be
Queen
high.
Michelle Pfeiffer's high. John
Yeah.
Travolta.
10 seconds
John
left.
Travolta's high.
I'm happy with those answers. No, I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
who
okay.
else is there. Yeah.
Amanda Bynes.
Nah, she'll be high. Yep. Ready.
OK, there we are. There's your minute up. Let's have your 3 answers.
Okay, all from the last category.
OK, all from Hairspray.
We're going to say Nikki Blonsky,
Nikki Blonsky,
James Marsden.
James Marsden,
James Marsden,
and Elijah Kelly.
and Elijah Kelly. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless
I think we
answer?
did it in order, so.
Elijah, yeah.
So Elijah Kelly
Elijah
we'll put
Kelly.
last.
Yeah.
And the first one,
Nikki Blonsky.
Nikki
Blonsky.
Blonsky. That's right. OK, but let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got Nikki Blonsky, James Marsden, and Elijah Kelly. 3 fabulous answers there. Surely one of these will be pointless and we'll win that jackpot for you. What would you like to do with it, Katie?
So I'd probably be sensible and save some of it, put some towards a holiday later in the year, and also probably to take my parents out for a nice meal.
That-
They would want me to say that.
She's gonna go nightclubbing, actually.
Yeah. Actually, how about you?
We're going on holiday later this year, so I'll probably spend a bit on that. And then my friend said not to say this, but I'll probably spend it on some balcony furniture as well.
First time anyone's ever said that, but that's great.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck. As I say, 3 lovely-looking answers there. I mean, I know nothing, but they look great from where I'm standing. Let's hope at least one of those is pointless and we'll win you that jackpot. Nikki Blonsky was your first answer, the one you thought was probably least likely to be pointless. However, if Nikki Blonsky is pointless, you will leave here with £2,250. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Nikki Blonsky. It's right. Nikki Blonsky now just has to take us all the way down to 0, and you leave here with £2,250. We're already in single figures. Down we go, still going down, still going down. Very well done, indeed. Well done.
Thank you.
Very well done. Fantastic, congratulations. Straight out of the traps there. Nikki Blonsky was a pointless answer, which means you go home with that jackpot of £2,250. Very well done.
I mean, it's nice when the right category comes up for the right people. Very well played. Yes, you plays Tracy Turnblad, and that's just a pointless answer. You also said Elijah Kelly, who plays Seaweed, also a pointless answer. And James Marsden, who was Corny Collins, also a pointless answer. Well done.
Very good.
You also mentioned Amanda Bynes and Brittany Snow, both of whom were pointless answers as well, so you could have given us 5. Let's take a look, shall we, at the pointless answers in the different categories, though. We will start with Hot Fuzz. Adam Buxton is a pointless answer, as was Joe Cornish. Edward Woodward, Paddy Considine, Rafe Spall, loads of pointless answers there. Alice Lowe, Anne Reid, David Threlford, a pointless answer. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, the biggest scorers there, unsurprisingly. Now the cast of Knocked Up. Alan Tudyk, Harold Ramis, Kristen Wiig, Wainwright III, everyone there is pointless apart from Seth Rogen, Catherine Hagel, Paul Rudd, Jason Segel, Jonah Hill, Ken Jeong, and Leslie Mann. Everyone else was a pointless answer. And we will finish with Hairspray. Alison Janney is a pointless answer. Amanda Bynes, Jerry Stiller, Nikki Blonsky, there you go, won you the money. Everyone was pointless apart from John Travolta, Ricky Lake, Queen Latifah, Christopher Walken, Zac Efron, and Michelle Pfeiffer. Every other person in that film, pointless answer.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard, and thanks once again to our winning pair, Katie and Ashley, who take away today's jackpot of £2,250. Well done. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye. Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz where the lowest scorers are the biggest winners. Let's meet today's players. And couple number 1.
My name's Jane. This is my friend Pauline. I live in Lincoln, and Pauline lives in Kent.
Couple number 2.
Hello, Alexander. I'm Chris. This is Daniela, my daughter-in-law. I'm from Sheffield. Daniela's from Barnsley.
Couple number 3.
Hello, my name's Kareem. This is my mum, Janet, and we're from London and Retford, Nottinghamshire.
And finally, couple number 4.
My name's Jack. This is my teammate Luke, and we're students from Portsmouth.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. A very warm welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. Here with the patter when it matters. And, let's face it, often when it doesn't matter, it's my Pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Welcome back, Janet and Kareem as well. Knocked out in round 1 last time. And what a final we had last time. Katie and Ashley had to answer questions about comedy films, one of which was Hairspray, which just happened to be their favourite film of all time.
Yeah.
There was an audible gasp when we read out the question. They got 5 pointless answers within the 60 seconds. Obviously, only gave us 3 of them. So £2,250 they walked away with their favourite film ever. So sometimes it falls for you, right?
It just does. Yeah. Nice. Thanks very much indeed. Well, you got the headlines there. Katie and Ashley winning the jackpot there. So, yes, that means today's jackpot starts off back at £1,000. There we are. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. All you have to remember is this. The pair with the highest score at the end of each round will be eliminated. So just keep your scores nice and low and everything will be peachy. Best of luck to all 4 pairs. Our first category this afternoon is famous people. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns men with female first names as surnames. Richard.
Yeah, 7 clues on each board to famous people. They are all men whose surname could be used as a first name by a woman. There's going to be 14 in all for you to have a go at home.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, so let's reveal our first board of 7 men with surnames that could be the first names of women. That's right.
Couldn't be simpler.
James Blank, Irish author, whose novels include Ulysses. Don Blank, classical and jazz pianist, who is the subject of the 2018 film Green Book. Spencer Blank, actor, who won back-to-back Best Actor awards for the films Captains Courageous and Boys Town. Howard Blank, footballer who, as manager of Everton, won 2 league titles in the FA Cup in 1984. Charles Blank, American jeweller who founded his namesake company with John Young in 1837. John Blank, US Secretary of State from 2013 to 2017, who was the Democratic nominee in the 2004 presidential election. And Percy Bysshe Blank, English romantic poet whose works include Ozymandias and To a Skylark. I'm going to read those names again. James Blank, Don Blank, Spencer Blank, Howard Blank, Charles Blank, John Blank, and Percy Bysshe Blank. Jane, welcome to Pointless.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. You're looking a little bit perplexed, Jane.
No,
You're all right. Is everything okay?
I know some of them.
It's okay. This is good.
it's
Tell
okay.
us all about yourself, Jane.
So I live in Lincoln. I'm married with 2 children, and I'm a primary school teacher.
I love Lincoln. Lincoln's a beautiful place. And how long have you been a primary school teacher, Jane?
For about 18 years.
And what are your interests, Jane?
I love afternoon tea. That's a huge hobby.
Just the making and having of afternoon tea.
Yeah, so...
I completely agree. Do you have it with cup and a saucer?
So, definitely, yeah, and it's going to establishments. I don't do it at my house.
Oh, you don't do it at home?
No.
Okay.
I have to go.
It has to come with what do you call those things?
Just a cake tier.
A cake
stand,
tier,
yeah.
tiered stand.
Yeah,
That's it.
Definitely with the sandwiches.
Excellent, with the sandwiches.
So people know that when it's birthday, Christmas, Mother's Day, afternoon tea vouchers.
That's what Jane wants.
Yeah.
Afternoon tea. Very good. Okay, what are you going to go for, Jane?
I know 2 definites, and there's one I'm not sure about, but I think as I'm first, I'm going to go with one I know. So I'm going to go for the top one for the author, and I'm going to go James Joyce.
James Joyce says Jane. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Joyce for James Joyce. It's right. And down it goes to 55. Not bad. Gets us off to a decent start there, 55.
Yeah, James Joyce. Joyce being the female first name there. Do you see how it works?
I see what you've done. Yeah,
Clever, isn't it?
Yeah, it's clever. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Daniela, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself, Daniela.
I'm a ballroom and Latin dance instructor. I have 2 children, which is my main job, really. And...
Ballroom and Latin, I mean, that's enormous fun. How much of your week is spent doing that?
Well, as I say, I've got 2 small children, so I've just really started back coaching couples for competitions and things again recently.
Do you get people coming in who are engaged to be married who have to learn a first dance?
Yes, I do.
I should imagine. A bit of Latin, that's just what they want to learn. How long does it take to get a sort of a total beginner up to something decent?
It depends how much of a fancy routine they want. If they want something quite simple, just 3 or 4 lessons, but if they want something a bit more intricate, some people will come from like 6 months to a year.
And they do get better? You see them improve?
Well, hopefully.
Daniela, what are you going to go for on our board here?
Right, well, there's one that I definitely know, and there's one that's a bit more risky. I'll try Spencer Tracy for the third one down.
OK, Spencer Tracy, the actor who won back-to-back Best Actor awards. Let's find out if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Spencer Tracy. It absolutely is Spencer Tracy. 63 for Spencer Tracy.
And so far, the names could work the other way around, couldn't they?
Yes.
Joyce James would be a good name, and Tracy Spencer, I went to school with.
I bet you did.
Statistically, I imagine I did.
Entirely possible, yeah. Thank you very much, Richard. Janet, welcome back to Pointless. Lovely to have you with us once again. Remind us all about yourself, Janet.
I was a teacher for 40 years. I'm now retired. And since retiring, I volunteer at the local hospice 1 day a week. I belong to a calligraphy group, and I also enjoy Moroccan cooking.
Was your handwriting always good before you joined the calligraphy group?
I was taught italic when I was at school, and then I didn't do it for years and years, but about 15 years ago, I went on a course, and since then we set up a group, and we meet once a month.
It must be so satisfying when you start. It must get quite stressful as you get to the end, because if you make a mistake then, all your good work's
If
gone.
you make one single mistake, you have to do the whole page again.
Janet, what are you going to go for?
Well, there were 3 that I knew, and 2 of them have now gone. But I'd like to go for the bottom one, Percy Bysshe Shelley, the English romantic poet.
There we are. Percy Bysshe Shelley says Janet. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Shelley. It's right. 63 the high score, 55 the low. Down you go to 47. Very well done. New low score.
See, that name wouldn't work the other way around.
No.
Shelley Percy Bish. When he was cremated, his heart survived. They couldn't cremate it, which they took because they said because it was a poet, but it's because he previously had tuberculosis. They now think, which is less romantic, but more medically accurate.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now then, Luke, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
Well, I'm from Hertfordshire, but I'm studying at the University of Portsmouth, studying economics.
What year are you in?
Just finishing second year now.
And Portsmouth? Oh, did you know Portsmouth at all before you went?
No, not at all. I'd never even been.
It's just beautiful. It's lovely, Portsmouth. Have you fallen in love with Portsmouth?
Yeah, we love it down there.
Yeah,
definitely.
I bet. And what are your interests, Luke?
I'm a big football fan. I'm a Chelsea fan. I do a lot of running. I still play a lot of football. Really into my music and films and stuff, so.
OK, very good. Now, this board's all yours. Do you fancy filling in all those blanks for us?
Oh, I really should get the second one, the Green Book. When I watched it recently, I'm going to kick myself because I can't remember what it is. I do know the American jeweller. I think that's Tiffany. But I'm not sure. I should know the footballer as well. It's just, the two I knew were James Joyce and Spencer Tracy. So I'm going to go with Charles Tiffany.
Charles Tiffany. Well, you got lots of nods from around the assembled companies, so that's looking good. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Charles Tiffany. It's right. Well, 63 the high score, 47 the low. Look at that. Down you go. Charles Tiffany for 29. Very well done indeed, Luke.
Well played, Luke. I couldn't work that out. I knew it must be a famous jewellery brand. I couldn't. Of course, it's Tiffany. Very well played. The football manager is Howard Kendall. Who scored you 17 points. The US Secretary of State is John Kerry. That would have scored you 14. Now, the other one's the best answer on the board. I'm exactly like you, Luke. I went to see it really recently, and it has absolutely slipped my mind. And it's Don Shirley. Don Shirley. And that would have scored 4 points. Very well done if you said that at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we're halfway through our round. Let's take a quick look at those scores. 29, well done, Luke, the best score of the pass. Then we travel up to 47, where we find Kareem and Janet. Then 55, Jane and Pauline. Then 63, Daniela and Chris. I mean, it's not wildly higher than everyone else, but a nice low score from you, Chris, in the next pass would help. OK, good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more clues up on the board, and here they are. Henry Blank, host of the BBC game show Going for Gold between 1987 and 1996. John Blank, Scottish actor who played Jack Cloth in the comedy police TV series A Touch of Cloth. W.G. Blank, English cricketer who in 1876 scored the first ever triple century in first-class cricket. James Blank, founding father who served as the 4th President of the United States. Babe Blank, New York Yankees baseball star known as the Sultan of Swat. Gary Blank, actor who's played Danny Pennant in EastEnders and Luke Morgan in Hollyoaks. And Justin Blank, golfer who won gold for Team GB at the 2016 Olympic Games. Let me read those names one last time. Henry Blank, John Blank, W.G. Blank, James Blank, Babe Blank, Gary Blank, and Justin Blank. There we are. Jack, welcome to the show. Great to have you here on Pointless. Jack, tell us all about yourself.
So I'm Jack, I'm 22. I'm originally from Guildford, but I'm at university in Portsmouth, and that's where I know Luke from.
OK, what are you studying at Portsmouth, Jack?
Politics.
Politics, also in your second year?
Yeah.
OK, and what are your hopes and dreams when you leave Portsmouth? What do you want to get into?
I'm not too sure at the moment. I think I need to have a good think about that before I decide to run.
OK, so you really might go into politics?
Well, you never know. You never know.
I mean, how many of the people on your course are planning on some kind of political career?
I think quite a few are.
Seriously?
Quite a few are, yeah.
Well, that's good. That's promising. Jack, you're on 29. If you could score 33 or less, you will get yourselves into the next round.
I know quite a few on there, but the one I'm going to go for, and I know him from The Bill, is Gary Lucy.
Gary Lucy, the actor who's played Danny Pennant in EastEnders. Let's see if that's right. Gary Lucy, there's your red line. Let's see if we can get below that with Gary Lucy. It is Gary Lucy. Look at that. Good enough, Jack. Very strong performance. 27 takes your total up to 56.
Well played, Jack. He's also appeared in the stage adaptation of The Full Monty. Subject close to your heart.
Certainly. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Kareem, welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Kareem.
I'm a commercial director at a marketing agency in London.
OK, and tell us something surprising about yourself, Kareem.
So I used to be a journalist, and there was a period of 3 years where I ran my own magazine, travel magazine, and I based myself in India while I did that.
Well, that's a nice thing to do. Did it go well?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, the company went bankrupt in the end, but yeah, it was a really good adventure.
Fun, though.
Yeah.
That was a way to run a company into the ground,
Exactly.
Kareem. Brilliant. So, India, where were you based in India?
Mumbai.
Mumbai.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah, wonderful.
Then back you came. But keeping a magazine going, you know, a nice travel magazine.
3 years, it was a good run.
It's a great experience. Yeah, absolutely. 47 is your score at the moment, Kareem. 15 or less is what's required of you at this stage.
So I know a few of these. I'm going to have to take a risk, I think. And I'm going to go for the second one down, and I think that's John Hannah.
John Hannah, says Kareem. Here is your red line, though, quite low. Can you get near that, I wonder, with John Hannah? Possibly even below it. Let's find out. Oh, look at that. Yes, you can. 12. Very well done indeed. 59 is your total.
Yes, a good answer. Famous actor, but perhaps not quite so famous for appearing in that. That was an early piece by Charlie Brooker and Annabelle Jones, who went on to do Black Mirror and had enormous success with that.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Chris, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Chris.
Hello, Alexander. Hello, everyone. I'm been retired 7 years after spending 42 years in sales, selling LPG, liquefied petroleum gas.
So
butane and propane.
Where do you sell that, Chris?
Well, I spent the last 12 years selling to the aerosol industry.
Oh, I see. I see.
For the propellant for...
No, give me more clues. More clues.
Hairspray, air freshener, polish.
You can tell Chris worked in sales, can't you? You can just see it.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good. He's the first contestant ever to say hello, everyone, as well, which is
That's really
nice thing to do.
And also, well done, our nice crowd. There was a little mumble of... It's nice. Very good. Now, Chris, there you are on 63. You're the high scorers at the moment. We need a low score from you.
Well, I know 3.
Good.
And I think I'm going to go for the New York New York Yankees baseball star, known as the Sultan of SWAT, and that's Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth, says Chris. OK, no red line, you're the high scorers. Let's see how far down the column we get with Babe Ruth. .63, exactly the same score as Daniela had. That takes you up to 126.
First baseball player to score 60 home runs in a season. First one ever to reach 500 home runs in his career as well, Babe Ruth.
Thanks very much, Richard. Pauline, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Pauline.
Thank you, Sandra. Yeah, my name's Pauline. I'm from Kent, and I, for several years, was Jane's teaching assistant. But yes, I'm sort of carrying on doing the teaching assistant bit, but hoping to retire soon. At my age, I think I deserve a bit of time to myself.
Very nice. So what's on your list of things you want to do when you retire?
I'm shortly going out to New Zealand to stay with my cousin for a few months, and we're going to go around the South Sea Islands.
Lovely. Very good indeed. OK, Pauline, this board is all yours. Do you fancy filling in all those blanks for us?
I know 2. I know the top one and I know the bottom one. It's a question of which one I think might score less, but I think I'm going to go for the top one and say Henry Kelly.
Henry Kelly, says Pauline. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. There's your red line. You have to get below that to stay with us beyond the end of this round. It's right. And it gets you through. Well done. Down it goes to 45. Taking your total up to 100. Nice round. Figure.
Let's fill this in, shall we? WG Grace would have scored you 58. The founding father, you know, we do American presidents round sometimes, don't we? Madison. Well, you do learn, don't you?
Hamilton. No, see.
Oh, OK,
yeah,
there you go. James Madison would have scored you 13, and Justin Rose, which I think you knew as well there, would have scored 37. So the best answer on the board, Kareem, is John Hannah.
Thank you very much indeed. So at the end of our first round, the pair who are heading home with their high score of 126, I'm afraid, Chris and Daniela, it is you. However, we'll see you again next time and look forward to that very much. But meantime, thank you so much, Chris and Daniela.
Thank you.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Well, hearty congratulations to one and all. We've made it through round 1. Here we are, a slightly reduced number, just 3 pairs for round 2. Kareem, hats off to you. Lowest individual score of that round. Luke and Jack, lowest combined score, so very well done. Jane and Pauline, lovely to have you with us. So, best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 today is UK geography. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please address the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many UK cities with repeated letters as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any UK city that has a repeated letter anywhere in its name. So any letter that appears twice or more anywhere in its name. It doesn't have to be next to each other. So Richard, for example, has 2 R's in it, so that would be a correct answer. Were I a city, which I am not yet.
Or pending.
Yeah,
pending. OK, now, Jane. What's it going to be?
I'm going to go home and I'm going to go Lincoln.
And one of them's silent. What about that? Lincoln. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Lincoln. Brilliant answer. $15.
Very nice. You played 2 L's there, of course. In Roman times, it was called Lindum. So on Roman point lists, you would have scored C.
Of course, 2 N's as well. I've just suddenly realised.
Oh, yeah. 2 L's and 2 N's.
So busy thinking about the L's. Didn't even spot the N's. They crept in.
I didn't spot the N's either. I was going for the L's.
Snuck in like this.
Wow, so that's over 50% repeated letters you got yourself there.
Thanks very much. Janet, what are you going to go for?
Well, I was going to go for Lincoln because I used to live there as well, but I was pipped to the post. I'll go for another cathedral city, which I think they all are, but I'm going to go for Hereford.
Hereford, says Janet. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Hereford. Hereford is right. 15 is the only score we have at the moment. And Hereford passes 15, down to 3 for Hereford. Yeah.
Turns out it was lucky you were pipped to the post for Lincoln, doesn't it? 2 E's, 2 R's in Hereford.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Jack.
Well,
I
had a conversation with a friend of mine from university, and she said, if cities come up, don't forget about me. So I'm going to go Wells in Somerset.
Oh, what about that? Oh, that's brilliant. What was the name of your friend?
Rachel.
Rachel, he hasn't forgotten about you. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Wells. Well, 15's the high score, 3's the low. We passed the high score. There we are on 4. Very well done indeed. Well done, Rachel.
It's a very good answer. Often called England's smallest city, Wells. But now, unfortunately, you're going to owe Rachel money if you get the jackpot. Absolutely. I mean, that's a disastrous thing to do.
Now Richard's brought that up. You really do. Yeah.
Cheers.
So, Rachel, if you're sitting at home, I think everyone here agreed. He should probably give Rachel some of the money.
Yes! No.
There you go. Sorry.
Thanks very much indeed. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 3, the best score of the past. Well done, Janet. Then up to 4, where we find Jack and Luke. Then 15, Jane and Pauline. But, Pauline, I'm sure you've got a nice low-scoring answer somewhere there. So let's see if we can produce that in the next pass, and maybe it'll be enough to keep you in the game. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, Luke. Remember, we're looking for any UK cities that have repeated letters in their names. What have you got?
OK, I'm going to go close to home as well and say St Albans.
St Albans, says Luke. OK, here is your red line. Can you get below that with St Albans? Let's find out. It's right. Very well done. Down to 4. Exactly the same as Wells, taking your total up to 8, seeing you comfortably through.
2 S's, 2 A's. Everyone's doing very well here.
Aren't they?
They recently brought out a special Monopoly board, which is English cities. And St Albans got the most expensive spot on the board.
Oh,
Mayfair.
really?
Yeah.
St Albans famously has more pubs per square foot than anywhere else, I think, in the United Kingdom.
Do you mean per capita?
No, literally per square foot, about 7 per square foot. It's got a lot of pubs. Now then, Kareem.
I am going to go up north, and I'm going to go for Kingston upon Hull.
Kingston, to give it its full name. Very nice. Kingston upon Hull, says Kareem. Here is your red line. Again, it's quite low. Let's see how far down the column we get with Kingston upon Hull. 20. 20 for Kingston upon Hull takes your total up to 23.
Yeah, L's, N's, and O's. Kingston upon Hull. Even if you just said Hull, it's already got repeated letters, hasn't it? I suspect that's maybe why it scored 20 points, because of the Hull side of things.
Yes, I'm sure. Thank you, Richard. Now then, we come to you, Pauline. You're on 15. You have to score 7 or less.
I think I'm going to have to go slightly on a limb here, and I'm going to have a go at St David's.
Oh, St David's. Very good indeed. Let's see. Here is your red line. Can you get below that with St David's? Let's find out. You've done it! Look at that, down to 5. Very well done indeed. Takes your total up to 20. Brilliant answer there.
Very well played. The smallest city in Britain, only 1,800 people in St David's. I'll take you through some low scorers here. I'll go from 7 down. 7 points for Sunderland, Truro and Winchester. You'd have got 6 for Canterbury, Carlisle, Peterborough, Salisbury and Wolverhampton. 5 for Bradford, Lichfield. 4 for Stirling. You'd have got 3 for Chichester, Gloucester, Lancaster, Londonderry and St Asaph. You'd have got 2 for Stoke-on-Trent, Wakefield, Worcester. You'd have got 1 for Armagh, 1 for Westminster, and there's 1 point in this answer, and that is Brighton and Hove. Very well done if you said Brighton and Hove. Should we take a look at the top 3? 55 people named Leeds, 57 Liverpool, and 84 London. That's got a lot of, in just 6 letters, 66% are repeated.
66, nearly 67% repetition there.
Yes, if we round up, you're quite right.
Yeah.
Forgive me. I rounded down, which is amateurish.
Well, come on. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we are at the end of our second round. Can I just commend you on how low your scores were? That was very, very impressive indeed. And all the sadder, therefore, to have to say goodbye to Kareem and Janet, our high scorers, on only 23. That's an astonishing achievement. That's normally a winning score. And it's just a mark of the calibre of player we have here today that we have to send you home on that score. Anyway, thank you so much for playing, Kareem and Janet. It's been lovely having you on both shows. Wonderful. Kareem and Janet, great contestants. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it is now time for the head-to-head. Huge congratulations, Luke and Jack, Jane and Pauline. You're now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. OK, will you now start playing as a pair? First pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Well, this is nice.
It's going to be close, right? Surely.
I think so.
We don't really know them well enough yet, do we?
We don't. College friends, work friends.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's nice. Nice balance there.
Experience. The sort of, maybe the energy of youth, some of that. Do you remember when we used to have energy? Great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, before literally everything was an effort.
Well, very, very best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and it concerns dancing politicians. Richard.
I'll show you 5 pictures now of politicians dancing. All you have to do is name the dance they are doing. Not really. You just have to name the politicians, please.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 dancing politicians, and here they come. We have got A. B. C. D. And E. There we are. 5 dancing politicians. Who are they? Luke and Jack, you're our low scorers, so you get to go first.
I'm going to go for B, the current Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe.
Shinzo Abe. OK, Shinzo Abe, say Luke and Jack. Now, Jane and Pauline, do you want to talk us through the rest of the board?
A is Theresa May. B, we had no idea. C, we think is Peter Mandelson. D is Boris Yeltsin. And E is Ed Balls. We're not going to beat B, so I think we'll go Peter Mandelson for C.
OK, C, Peter Mandelson. So we have Shinzo Abe and Peter Mandelson. Luke and Jack have gone for Shinzo Abe for B. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Shinzo Abe is absolutely right. And as Jane says, that's a nice low score. Oh, down to 5. Very well done indeed. Very good. Jane and Pauline, meanwhile, have gone for Peter Mandelson for C. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Peter Mandelson. It's right. And that goes down to 16. Again, not a bad score. But Shinzo Abe gets that one for you. Luke and Jack, well done. After one question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, you had to feel a little bit for Jane and Pauline there. Just, you know, excited about being in the head-to-head, and you guys go, yeah, Shinzo Abe we're going to go for. And then, as you'd imagine, that is the best answer. And actually, Peter Mandelson was the next best answer as well. So both teams did the best they could possibly do. We'll leave A for a minute. D is Boris Yeltsin. Yeltsin would have scored you 20.
That's the birdie song I think he's dancing to there, isn't it?
I think so. E is Ed Balls. He would have scored 63. Now, what do you reckon Theresa May scored? I should say we're recording this at a time where she is still Prime Minister. So...
85?
99.
Really?
99 for Theresa May.
Wow. Thank you very much indeed. OK, here comes your second question. Jane and Pauline, you have to win this one to stay in the game, so very best of luck. Our second question today is all about sewing and knitting. Richard.
Yep, 5 clues now to facts about sewing and knitting. Can you give us the most obscure answer?
Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our 5 sewing and knitting facts, and here they come. We have got Napoleon exhibited this famous embroidery in Paris in 1803. On a standard knitting pattern, the letter P stands for this type of stitch. The 2-word name commonly given to a piece of 50 by 55 centimetre fabric used in quilting. The actor who stars as couturier Reynolds Woodcock in the 2017 film Phantom Thread, and the Birmingham-born comedian who became presenter of the Great British Sewing Bee in 2019. I'm going to read those again. Napoleon exhibited this famous embroidery in Paris in 1803. On a standard knitting pattern, the letter P stands for this type of stitch. The 2-word name commonly given to a piece of 50 by 55 centimetre fabric used in quilting. The actor who stars as couturier Reynolds Woodcock in the 2017 film Phantom Thread, and the Birmingham-born comedian who became presenter of the Great British Sewing Bee in 2019. There we are. Jane and Pauline will go first.
There's a few we know. I think we're going to go with the bottom one. We're going to go Joe Lycett.
Joe Lycett, say Jane and Pauline. Joe Lycett for the Birmingham-born comedian, presenting the Sewing Bee. Luke and Jack, how about you? Do you want to talk us through the board?
Yeah, well, I know one definitely.
Which was that?
I'm going to say definitely. It better be. Actor in Phantom Thread.
Oh, I'm not going to knock you on acting knowledge, so we'll,
yeah.
I'm not
For the
too
top
sure.
one, top one. I thought it was the Bear Tapestry, but I'm not sure.
I think the actor will be.
Yeah,
if you know the
go
actor, I
with that.
think that'll be a
Yeah.
lower score.
Oh, this better be right. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis, the actor from The Phantom Thread. So Joe Lycett is Jane and Pauline's answer for the comedian who now presents the Great British Sewing Bee. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Joe Lycett. It is Joe Lycett. And down that goes. That's a great answer. Down to 17. Very well done indeed. Luke and Jack, meanwhile, have gone for Daniel Day-Lewis, the actor starring in the wonderful Phantom Thread. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Daniel Day-Lewis. It's right. And it wins you the point. Very well done indeed. That's a great answer. Down to 8. And that means Luke and Jack, after only 2 questions, you're straight through to the final 2-0.
That's a perfectly played head-to-head. Very well done. Joe Lycett versus Daniel Day-Lewis. That's a matchup I'd like to see.
Yes.
Now, what do you think the famous embroidery is at the top?
Must be the Bayer Tapestry.
It is, yeah. And that would have scored you 28. Standard knitting pattern, what's the letter P?
I don't know.
Anyone? Pearl. There you go.
That's
absolutely right. Would have scored 48. And the 2-word name commonly given to a piece of fabric used in quilting.
Oh, I think I might. Is it fat quarter?
It is fat quarter, and it's the best answer on the board as well.
Oh, no.
6 points that would have got you. Would have beaten Daniel Day-Lewis. You went for Joe Lycett instead of fat quarter.
Oh, fat quarter. Sounds like a sort of part of town you don't want to live in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a burger you want to eat.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round. I'm afraid, Jane and Pauline, it is you. You'll be back next time, though. We'll see you then. I have every confidence you'll be doing just as well, if not maybe a little bit better next time. But thanks in the meantime for playing and playing so well, Jane and Pauline. But for Luke and Jack, it is now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Luke and Jack. You have seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot is still standing at £1,000. But you've been really good right across the show. I mean, I'm really very impressive in that head-to-head round. It all bodes very well for this last round. What would you like to see come up? On the strength of what you've answered so far, I'd say probably anything.
Films for me, definitely. Films, definitely my one. Jack,
politics, football,
geography, football for both of us. Yeah,
darts.
Definitely. Darts for Jack.
Let's find out what what the headline topics are. Today's selection reads like this. Sporting Tigers, Sleepy Films, Brit Award winners in the 2010s, Mars. What do you think? You can chat out loud.
What are Sleepy Films?
They don't really say it. It's got something with sleep in the title or something like that.
I think
Sleepy Films?
Films is your best category.
Yeah, we'll do Sleepy Films.
Sleepy Films it is.
A lot of pressure on Luke there.
Yeah,
he threw you the ball. Yeah, we're looking for anyone, according to IMDb, who appeared in any of these films, please. Anyone from the 1978 film The Big Sleep. Anyone from the 1999 film Sleepy Hollow. Anyone from the 2010 film Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps. So according to IMDb, any actor who appeared in any of those films, please. Very, very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of your answers to be pointless. You don't have to answer all 3 categories. Focus on whichever categories you like the look of.
And also, I would say they have to be credited. The actor has to be credited in the film.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Oh, that's tough. That was a tough one for me. Sleepy Hollow. I've seen the remake, but I haven't seen the actual one.
Yeah.
I know Johnny Depp's in it.
Okay.
Well, that's probably the only one I can think of. The Wall Street one, that's the Gordon Gekko, so it's Michael Douglas is the dad. And I can't remember who plays the son. It's either... Charlie Sheen was in the first one, maybe?
Charlie Sheen? Ooh, I don't know if he'd be in that recently.
No, it was Shia LaBeouf. No. Oh, I'm very stuck on this one, to be honest.
I've never heard of The Big Sleep, the 1978 one.
No, I haven't either.
We could think about Sleepy Hollow. Do you know who's in the remake? Might be in the original. What? That is the original, the 1999 one.
Yes,
10 seconds
the
left.
original one, yeah. Okay, so I reckon just gonna have to go Shia LaBeouf. Just
Michael, good point.
He might be in it for Wall Street.
Yeah.
OK, that is your time up. Let's have your 3 answers.
Okay, I think we're gonna go Shia LaBeouf.
In which category?
For Wall Street.
For Wall Street.
Yeah.
Money Never Sleeps. Shia LaBeouf.
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
And Sleepy Hollow would just have to go Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. OK, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Shia LaBeouf.
OK, Shia LaBeouf will put last. Least likely to be
Johnny
pointless?
Depp.
Johnny Depp will put him first. OK. Michael Douglas in the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got Johnny Depp, we've got Michael Douglas, and we've got Shia LaBeouf. There we are, 3 answers up there. Very, very best of luck. If one of these turns out to be a pointless answer and wins you that jackpot, what would you like to do with it? Luke, I'm going to ask you first.
Well, me and my girlfriend are planning to go travelling after uni, so I definitely put some money towards that. Yeah, maybe use money over the summer so I can do an unpaid internship, just so it will keep me going through that.
OK,
One
very
of the,
good.
Definitely one of the 2.
Very good. Jack, how about you?
I live out in the sticks. I've always wanted an old Land Rover.
Wouldn't that be nice? OK, well, best of luck. 3 answers on the board. Let's hope one of these is pointless and wins you that jackpot. Your first answer is Johnny Depp. In this case, we were looking for the cast of Sleepy Hollow. If Johnny Depp is pointless, you will leave with that £1,000 jackpot. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is right, unsurprisingly. He just has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot. There we are. He stopped on 57. I think no great surprises there. Not a pointless answer. We now move on from Sleepy Hollow to Wall Street, and you've gone for Michael Douglas. Wall Street Money Never Sleeps is the film we're looking for. Any cast member from that. Michael Douglas is pointless. You leave here with £1,000. How many people said Michael Douglas? Well, it's right. 57 is what Johnny Depp scored. We pass 57 down. We go with Michael Douglas to 38. OK, moving on to your 3rd and final answer. We're now on sort of more positive territory here. Shia LaBeouf is the answer you've given. And in this case, we're looking for, again, cast members from Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps. If Shia LaBeouf is pointless, you leave here with £1,000. How many people said it? Well, it's right. Your first answer was Johnny Depp, took us down to 57. Michael Douglas took us down to 38. We passed both of those. Shia LaBeouf now taking us down through the teens into single figures. Down we go, 7! 7 for Shia LaBeouf. It's a great answer. But I'm afraid we didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer. So I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot, but do not despair. You get to take home a pointless trophy each, and it's been tremendous having you on the show. Lots to be proud of across the show. Some great answers there, but thanks so much.
Yeah, it's been a terrific performance, Luke and Jack. Very well played. I'll go through some pointless answers in the different categories. Hopefully there won't be ones you recognise. I suspect there won't be in the Big Sleep, which is that it's got lots of great kind of doyens of English film acting. Let's take a look at a few of them here. These are pointless answers you could have had. Diana Quick, Edward Fox, John Mills, Oliver Reed, lots of other great old British actors, Colin Blakely, Don Henderson, Dudley Sutton, Richard Todd, all sorts of answers there. The biggest answers, Robert Mitchum, James Stewart, Joan Collins and Sarah Miles. Everyone else was a pointless answer. Moving on now to Sleepy Hollow. There'll be some names you recognise here at home, I suspect. Alan Armstrong, who's been in all sorts of things. New Tricks, of course, famously. Claire Skinner, who's the mum in Outnumbered, amongst, again, many other things. Ian McDermott, who is Emperor Palpatine in Star Wars. He's in that. Richard Griffiths, of course, he's in millions of things, including With Nell and I. The scoring points there, Johnny Depp, we've already seen. Christina Ricci scored 12. Christopher Walken would have scored you 4. Then Michael Gambon, Miranda Richardson, Casper Van Dien, Christopher Lee and Michael Goff were the other answers there. Everyone else was pointless. And finally, Wall Street. Money Never Sleeps. Let's take a look at the pointless answers there. Eli Wallach, who was in The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, Magnificent Seven, all that sort of stuff. Frank Langella, nominated for an Oscar for Frost Nixon. Susan Sarandon was a pointless answer there. Warren Buffett, who played himself, the famous American investor. The only people who scored points, Michael Douglas, Shia LaBeouf, Kerry Mulligan, Josh Brolin, and Oliver Stone has a little role in that film as well. He would have scored you 1 point. Very, very well done if you got any of those pointless answers at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard, and thank you, Luke and Jack. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show when we will be playing for £2,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye. Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the show where obvious answers mean nothing and obscure answers mean everything. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Fiona, and this is my dad, Michael, and we're from Stockport.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Daniela, and I'm from Barnsley, and this is my father-in-law, Chris, who's from Sheffield.
Couple number three.
Hello, Alexander and Richard. I'm Pauline from Gillingham in Kent, and this is my friend Jane from Lincoln.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Sean. This is my girlfriend, Beth. We're from the Wirral.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. A very warm welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. Hoping we won't split up due to creative similarities, it's my Pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, Pauline. No one ever says hello to me at the beginning.
You're very welcome, Richard.
Sometimes they say hello to Xander, but they never say hello to me. I like it best when they say hello, Alistair.
I like that.
Which they often do.
I like that too. I should have a name badge.
Two returning pairs from last time. Jane and Pauline got all the way through to the head-to-head, so very well done. Chris and Daniela knocked out in round one. We're going to see more of Chris and Daniela this time round, surely.
I'd put money on it.
Sure, I mean, statistically impossible to see less of you, so I'm almost certain we'll see more. Nice round one.
Is it?
Quite a tough round one, I think.
Is it?
Quite, well, yeah, I don't know.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Luke and Jack didn't win the jackpot last time, so today we're going to add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £2,000. There we are. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Simply remember this. The pair with the highest score at the end of each round gets eliminated, so low scores, please. Best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category this afternoon is words. It's one of those rounds. Can you all decide in your pairs? Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many words ending with either LM or LP as they could. LM or LP, Richard?
You see what I mean?
I do.
It is a thinker, isn't it? Yeah, we're looking for any word which has its own entry in the World and British English section of oxforddictionaries.com, please, that ends LM or LP. No hyphens.
OK. OK. Michael, welcome to the show. Great to have you here from Stockport. Tell us all about yourself, Michael.
I'm a finance director, originally from Belfast, moved to Stockport in sort of 20 years ago.
Do you feel that you are a Stockport person now, or are you still Belfast?
Certainly honorary Stockport.
Honorary
That's the way
Stockport.
I'd go, yeah.
Now, what are your interests, Michael?
I climb and I do jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Oh, wow.
At the same time?
Yeah.
With other climbers.
Wow.
My wall.
That's a sport I'd watch.
Yeah.
Climb fighting.
Climb fighting?
Yeah.
No.
Nice.
I mean, seriously, that's a good idea.
It's a good idea, isn't it? A lot of jeopardy.
Yeah, no ropes.
Hold on, I'm going to write that down.
Yeah. You could say, do you want to do it with ropes or do it without the ropes for double points?
That's really clever.
Oh. Now, Michael, any word that ends with the letters LM or the letters LP?
OK, I think I'm going to go for the biblical one. I'll go for Psalm.
Psalm, says
Yes.
Michael. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people went for Psalm. It's right. And down it goes to 18. Not bad. Not bad at all. Psalm 18.
It's a very good answer on podium one, isn't it? Song, a hymn or song, often taken from the Book of Psalms. That's why they're called Psalms.
Mm-hmm.
So in the Book of Psalms.
Thank you, Richard. And now, Daniela, welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Daniela.
So I'm a Latin American and ballroom dance instructor. I have a little boy and a little girl called Leo and Ava.
Hi, Leo. Hi, Ava. We didn't say hello to you last time. I'm so sorry. That was remiss.
And I met my husband, Chrissy's son, Christian, aboard the QE2. We worked on there for 5 years.
What was Christian doing?
He's a trombone player. He was in the orchestra.
Oh,
and I was
that's
a
the
dancer.
nicest thing. And did he sort of nudge you with the end of his trombone? if you cha-cha-cha'd close to the band?
Quite a few times, yes.
That's nice. Ah, that's really lovely. Do you still dance to his music? Good, good. Figuratively as well as
I've taught him how
literally.
to dance now. So,
That's nice. Is he good?
He's really
Can
good.
he
He can
dance
hold a beat.
and play at the same time?
Oh,
That
no,
would be a
that'd
skill.
good one too,
If he
yeah.
could, we could have him on climb fighting. OK, now, Daniela, what are you going to go for?
OK, so I think I'm going to go for qualm.
That's very good. Qualm. Qualm. 18's the only score we have. You pass it. 4. 4 for qualm. Very, very strong indeed.
Very good. It's an uneasy feeling of doubt or misgiving. Also a vegan meat substitute.
Thank you very much indeed. Pauline, welcome back.
Thank you.
Lovely to have you with us once again.
Thank
Remind us all about yourself, Pauline.
I'm Pauline. I come from Gillingham in Kent, and I'm currently a teaching assistant looking to retire shortly to take some time out for myself and to do the things that I want to do.
Very good. Now, what are the dreams of retirement?
To go out to New Zealand, to my cousins, and to spend time going around the South Sea Islands.
Have you been there before?
Nope, never.
Ah.
No, no. this
Have
will be
you
the first
seen all
time.
those Lord of the Rings films and thought,
yes.
That's where I want to go?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you
Not far from where she lives.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I imagine their tourism figures went through the roof after those films came out.
I think they did. She works for the tourism board, so she was quite happy.
She's the one to ask. Pauline, what are you going to go for? Words ending with LM or LP? We haven't had an LP yet.
I'm going to go for the word whelp. W-H-E-L-P.
Yeah. It's a dog, isn't it? I think a puppy.
I believe so.
Yeah. OK, well, let's... I'm doing your job. I'm so sorry, Rich. What are you going to say? Oh, Lord. Whelp, says Pauline. Let's see how many of our 100 people said whelp. Look at that, down to 6. Very well done indeed, Pauline. 6 for whelp.
Yeah, not a puppy. It's a tiny shellfish, often eaten with cockles. No, it's a puppy.
It's a puppy.
It's a puppy. If someone tries to sell you cockles and whelps, do not eat them. Do not eat them. Especially if it's cockle spaniels.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Sean, welcome to Pointless. Here from the Wirral.
Correct.
Tell us all about yourself, Sean.
I'm an engineer in the gas industry, designing the pipes to transport gas around the country.
You do that?
Well, one of many. A tiny cog.
Oh, that's exciting. So, what, I mean, you're just in charge of the Wirral area, or are you in charge of the whole
East Midlands mainly,
network?
bit of North West as well.
There'll be people sitting at home now watching this in Wolverhampton having their tea on Sean's gas.
On Sean's gas. You did that, Sean.
Good work.
I feel the pressure now, Richard.
I mean, I wouldn't have called the company Sean's Gas myself, but if there's...
Now, Sean, what are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for overwhelm.
Overwhelm. Overwhelm, says Sean. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said overwhelm. Six is our middle number, 4 is our low, 18 our high. You end up on 7.
To inundate, to overwhelm.
That's it.
There we go.
That is it.
All you need to know.
Brilliant. We are halfway through the round. Let's just have a look at those scores. 4, the best score of the past. Daniela, very well done indeed. 6 is where we find Jane and Pauline. 7 is where we find Sean and Beth. And then up to 18, I'm afraid, Michael and Fiona. So Fiona, something like a pointless answer in the next pass would be ace. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? Beth.
Hello.
Beth.
Hi.
Welcome. Welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm Beth. I live with Sean on the Wirral. We have a little girl called Ellie and a dog called Lucy.
girl called Ellie and a dog called Lucy. What else can you tell us, Beth? Something else, surely.
I work as a doctor at the moment on the Wirral.
On the Wirral. What is this Wirral? I mean, I know the Wirral. I've heard of the Wirral. I've never been to the Wirral.
You should go.
Describe it to me.
It's a magical place.
So it sounds.
It's a peninsula.
Is it really?
Yes.
I love how excited you are about that information.
I didn't know that. The Wirral's a peninsula.
It is.
Wow.
It's a great place to live.
That I'm getting.
The pavements have got glitter.
Gold.
Glitter. Oh, I was going to say glitter, but gold
Okay,
also.
okay, fair. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Beth, I'm not sure I believe you anymore, but that's okay. You're on 7. Ideally, you'd be scoring 10 or less with this, and that'll get you straight through to the next round. So it's words ending with LM or LP. What are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for balm, as in lip balm.
Balm, as in lip balm. Okay, but balm is the one you're going to go for. Okay, here's your red line. Can you get below that with balm? Let's find out. 36 for balm. Takes your total up to 43.
A soothing liquid or cream balm.
Thank you very much, Richard. Jane, welcome back.
Thank you,
Remind us all about yourself, Jane.
So I'm originally from Kent, but I now live just outside the city of Lincoln. I live with my husband and my 2 teenage daughters. And a guinea pig.
And a guinea pig?
Yeah, and a hamster.
And whose is the guinea pig, whose is the hamster?
The guinea pig is mine, and the hamster belongs to my youngest daughter called Abby.
Do they get on?
They don't really associate, to be honest.
They're different things.
Yeah.
What would happen if they were in the same...
I don't know. I'm going to try.
Well, no, maybe don't. Maybe don't. But maybe they would. Maybe the guinea pig... I mean, the big guinea is a bit bigger than a hamster, but
yeah,
the guinea pig might...
pig's probably about that big.
Which is the messier?
The guinea pig.
Yeah, that fits. Now, Jane, you're on 6. Can you score 36 or less with this answer, I wonder?
2 of my answers have been taken.
There are plenty more.
But I'm going to kind of go along the lines of the overwhelm, and I'm going to go for underwhelm.
There we are. That's very much the sister answer to overwhelm, I would say. There is your red line. Can you get under that with underwhelm? Let's find out. It's all looking good so far. Oh, and you've done it. And down to 2. Lowest score of the round so far. Very well done indeed. Jane takes your total up to 8.
Very fitting as well that it scored fewer points than overwhelm. Something would have been wrong with the universe if it hadn't.
There we are. Thank you. Now then, Chris, welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Chris.
I'm Chris from Sheffield. I'm a retired sales manager. I've spent 42 years in sales, selling liquefied petroleum gas, butane and propane.
So when you sell it, obviously you don't drive it around. It's not like you're turning up the door saying you fancy some liquid.
No.
It's quite a bulky thing, liquid petroleum gas, really.
The best thing that we did as a company was we supplied the gas for the Olympic torch.
What an honour!
Which was rather frightening in that when David Beckham got off the plane and went to light the torch, I was sat there in front of the telly hoping that it was going to work.
Oh, imagine if it hadn't. Who supplied the gas for this? Oh,
we got gas wars on this show.
We have.
I mean, not for the first time, but...
Now, Chris, brilliant score from Daniela in the first pass. There you are on 4. If you can score 38 or less, round 2 is yours.
There's a serious one and a not-so-serious one, so I'm going to go for the not-so-serious one, and that is embalm.
Embalm, says Chris. Here is your red line. Can you get below this? Let's find out. Embalm. It is right. You're through. And it scores 6. Very well done indeed. Takes your total up to 10.
Excellent.
Chris, did you say that was your less serious one? I'm not going to ask what the serious one was. If that's the kind of lightest thing you can come up with is embalm.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard, Fiona, welcome.
Hello.
Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Fiona.
So, obviously, I'm originally from Stockport with my dad, but at the moment I'm a psychology student at the University of York.
And how is that going?
It's going all right. I've just finished my last exam, so...
That's it?
Sort of got
Pretty
that
much.
weird in-between exams and graduation freedom.
Yeah. What are you going to go on and do? Have you worked out yet?
I'm going to take a year out, but hopefully in the long run I'll end up doing forensic psychology.
I mean, that's the plum job, isn't it, for a psychology graduate? Now, Fiona, you find yourself on 18, 24 or less gets you into the next round.
Okay. Well,
What have you
Whelm was
got?
the first thing that came to my mind, so I'm a bit annoyed. I don't know if it's going to be low enough, but we'll go for it. I'm going to try Realm.
Realm. Oh, for a moment there, I thought you were going for whelm. We had underwhelm, we had overwhelm. Let's just go
whelm.
down the middle. I'm just going to go for whelm. But realm.
Realm.
OK, realm. Let's see how many of our 100 people said realm. There's your red line. You've done it. Very well done indeed. 16. Taking your total up to 34.
Yeah, very well played. That's interesting, that thing we did have overwhelm and underwhelm. I mean, you have to assume that you can whelm, and you can. It would have been a pointless answer as well if you said Stands to reason, right?
It does. It does.
What would you have gone for?
Oh, I've got two.
Not really.
One's nice, one's not nice.
Uh-oh.
I've got Becalm. That's the
yes.
nice one.
Yeah.
And Napalm.
Napalm would have scored you 3. And Becalm would have scored you 1. It's very good. I thought I changed my answer halfway through. Firstly, I thought you were going to be bright and say whelm. But then when someone said balm, I thought, I bet you're going to be a smart ass and say lip balm.
I thought Beth should have gone for lip balm.
Yes. It would have scored you 100 points.
Oh,
It's
right.
two
Oh, there
words,
we are.
but,
There we are. OK, good.
Once again, I underestimate you. Now, before we go through pointless answer, I'll tell you one good pointless answer. Face palm. That's a good one, isn't it? Should we take a look at the pointless answers? Here they are. They're pretty obscure, these ones, apart from face palm. Auto helm. Biofilm is a pointless answer. Disculp.
Prove someone innocent, maybe, to disculp.
Yes, to absolve from blame.
There you are.
To absolve from blame. There's face palm. Ulm would have been a pointless answer. That's, of course, a salamander. Pliofilm. It's a flexible sheet used for waterproofing and packaging and things like that. Repulp. That's essentially Pulp's greatest hits. Telefilm, and there's whelm. It's a lovely answer, one, but I bet lots of people at home risked whelm. They said, well, it must be, surely. Very well done if you did that.
Thank you very much indeed. We are at the end of our first round, which means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. Beth and Sean, I'm so sorry. 43. That's the highest score, which means back to the Wirral with you. But it's been lovely having you here. We'll see you next time. I'm sure we'll go much further then. But meantime, thank you so much. Beth and Sean. Right, for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. And there we are, down to 3 pairs, which can only mean it is now time for the second round. Very well done, all of you. Some great low scores there. Jane and Pauline, you were our lowest combined scorers. Jane, you were our lowest individual scorers. So very, very well done to you. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 this afternoon is modern history. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns events of the 2000s. Richard.
Yeah, I want to say that's very modern history, but, you know, I guess it's not. It's a while ago, isn't it? On each board, we're going to show you 6 clues to events that happened in that decade. Just have to give us the most obscure answer, please. It's going to be 12 in all to have a go at home.
Thank you very much indeed. So we're looking for the answers to these clues. And here is our first board of 6. F1 driver who won his first World Championship in 2008, aged 23. The last book in the series, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, was published in this year. US city that hosted the 2002 Winter Olympics. Member of the royal family who celebrated their 100th birthday on the 4th of August 2000. British rock band that performed Wish You Were Here at Live 8 in 2005. And former Strictly Come Dancing judge who retired as a ballet dancer in 2007. I'll read those all again. Formula 1 driver who won his first World Championship in 2008, aged 23. The last book in the series, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, was first published in this year. US city that hosted the 2002 Winter Olympics. Member of the royal family who celebrated their 100th birthday on the 4th of August 2000. British rock band that performed Wish You Were Here at Live 8 in 2005. And former Strictly Come Dancing judge who retired as a ballet dancer in 2007. Michael.
Yes.
You'd think this would all be easy, because it happened just then.
I know, and it doesn't seem that easy when you stood here. I think, I'm not sure whether they actually turned up, but I think they were at Live 8, and think it was Pink Floyd, maybe, that did Wish You Were Here.
OK, you're going to go for Pink Floyd. Surely Pink Floyd, surely.
Yes.
Let's see how many of our 100 people said Pink Floyd. Well, it is right. And it's still going down. Look at that, down it goes to 16. Not bad at all, Michael. 16 for Pink Floyd.
Well played, Michael. The first time that lineup of Pink Floyd had played together for nearly 25 years, since 1981.
I'm sure they still argued a bit.
I'd imagine so.
I think a bit of a sort of bit of pushing backstage.
Oh, like me and you.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I wonder if we'll ever not perform together for 25 years. I would love that.
There we are. Now, Chris, what are you going to go for?
Oh, dear. Right. Well, I think I'll have to keep it in the family and go for Darcy Bustle as the Strictly Come Dancing judge who retired as a ballet dancer in 2007.
Darcy Bustle, says Chris. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Darcy Bustle. $16 is the only score we have so far. At 22 is where you end up with Darcy Bustle.
Dame Darcy Bustle now, of course. No, goodness me, it's absolutely fine. One person of our 100 said Bruce Forsyth.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard, OK, now Jane. This board is all yours. How much of that do you feel like filling in for us?
Literally none of it. I'm just going to have to guess at the top one for the Formula One driver. I'm just going to have to guess Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton, surely, says Jane. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Lewis Hamilton. Well, there we are, finished on 38. Not a bad answer.
Yeah, let's fit in the rest of these, shall we? Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows was published 2007 was the answer there. Well done if you said that. Sold 2.5 million copies on the first day of release. The US city that hosted the 2002 Winter Olympics was Salt Lake City. It's a very good score, would have scored you 2 points. And everyone avoided this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Queen Mum?
Queen Mum. Would have scored you 52.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. We are at the halfway mark of our second round, so let's have a quick look at those scores. 16, the best score of the past, Michael. Very well done indeed. Then up to 22, Chris and Daniela. 38 for Jane and Pauline. So, Pauline, let's have a nice low score from you on the next pass. Let's hope that'll see you into the head-to-head for a second time. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 6 more clues to events of the 2000s up on the board, and here they come. Play based on a book by Michael Morpurgo that premiered at the National Theatre in 2007. In 2001, Ian Duncan Smith was elected leader of this political party. University of Oxford College that began admitting male students in 2008. Former Illinois senator who was sworn in as US president in 2009. This 170-metre waterfront landmark was opened in Portsmouth in October 2005. And Girls Aloud debut single that was Christmas #1 in 2002. Let's have those again. Play based on a book by Michael Morpurgo that premiered at the National Theatre in 2007. In 2001, Ian Duncan Smith was elected leader of this political party. University of Oxford College that began admitting male students in 2008. Former Illinois senator who was sworn in as US president in 2009. This 170-metre waterfront landmark was opened in Portsmouth in October 2005. And Girls Aloud debut single that was Christmas #1 in 2002. Pauline.
There's a couple that I'm reasonably confident with. The others I've got absolutely no idea. But I'm going to go for the landmark in Portsmouth and say, is that the Spinnaker?
The Spinnaker, says Pauline. Let's see if that's right. You're the high scorer, so there's no red line for you. Let's see how many of our 100 people said the Spinnaker. It is the Spinnaker. And down it goes. That's a great answer. Down to 4. Very well done indeed. Just what you needed. Takes your total back to 42. Very much back in the running.
Nicely played. Yeah, they say from the viewing platform on the Spinnaker Tower, you can see for 23 miles, which annoys the people of Portsmouth because Southampton is only 19 miles away. So they get a clear view of it.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Daniela. Daniela on 22. 19 or less keeps you in the game.
Right, there's only 2 that I know, so I'm just thinking what one will be lowest. I'll go for the Girls Aloud debut single, which was the Sound of the Underground.
Sound of the Underground, says Daniela. Here is your red line. Can you get beneath that with Sound of the Underground? Let's find out. That's right. You've done it. Absolutely. You needed 19. You've got 19. 41 is your total. Very well done.
Very nicely played, yeah, Sound of the Underground. Number 3 that week was another reality pop act, the Cheeky Girls, for number 3. What a week in the charts that was.
What a week that was. Remind me what the name of their song was.
It was called Cheeky Song, brackets, Touch My Bum.
Touch My Bum, yeah. Touch My Bum.
I think that it was.
That was the one. Thank you very much indeed. So now, yes, Fiona, moment of truth. We need a score of 25 or less from you. Do you feel like talking us through that board?
Well, I know that the Illinois senator who was sworn in as president was Barack Obama, but I think I'll be quite high, so I'm going to go for the only other one that I'm, like, pretty sure of. Is the play based on a Michael Morpurgo book that I think is Warhorse.
Warhorse, says Fiona. Here is your red line. Can you get below this red line with Warhorse? Let's find out. Well, it's right. You've done it. Down it goes to 15. Very well done indeed. 31 is your total. You are in the head-to-head.
Terrific answer, Fiona. Yeah, Warhorse. Now, the Illinois senator, you're quite right, is Barack Obama. Actually would have seen you through as well. 23 points.
Wow.
You see, former Illinois senator, suddenly people see that and think, "Whoa, not for me." But if it just said who was sworn in as US president in 2009, I bet that would have been a higher.
There haven't been that many presidents. Anyway, there it is, 23 points.
There you go.
Ian Duncan Smith elected
Conservative Party.
Conservatives. That only gets 40. And this is a pointless answer. The University of Oxford College. I know you're from that neck of the woods.
I am. I was going to say Somerville College.
St Hilda's.
St Hilda's.
St Hilda's. Pointless answer. Very well done if you said that at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So we find ourselves at the end of the second round. And, oh, I can't bear it. Pauline and Jane, you're going to be heading home.
I knew loads on that other board.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes it happens like that. Oh. I'm sorry. Head-to-headers and worthy head-to-headers last time. I'm sorry you didn't make it that far this time, but it's been great having you on. Thank you so much. Jane and Pauline. Right, for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Chris and Daniela, Michael and Fiona. You're now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, currently standing, let's not forget, at £2,000. There, brilliant. And now you start playing as a pair. First pair to win 2 questions will be in with a chance to win that jackpot. Wow, this is exciting.
Isn't it just?
Yeah. Father and daughter versus father and daughter-in-law.
Oh, yes. I keep forgetting this father and daughter-in-law thing, which I worry about a lot. No, because I just worry about Christmas. That's all I worry if it goes badly. If it goes well, it's lovely, very bonding experience. If it goes badly, it's the sort of thing that can absolutely just can reverberate down through the generations of a family. The Great Schism, they call it. Still, I'm sure it'll be fine.
For this round, let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and it concerns people who have served in the armed forces. Richard.
I'm going to show you 5 pictures now of people who have served in the armed forces. Can you give us the most obscure answer from this lot, please?
OK, let's reveal our 5 people who've served in the armed forces, and here they are. A. B. C. D. And E. There we are. People who have served in the armed forces. Chris and Daniela, you're our low scorers. You get to go first.
Right then.
OK. What are you going to go for?
We're going to go for B and say Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. B, Sean Connery. OK, now, Michael and Fiona, over to you. Do you fancy talking us through that board?
Okay, so first one's obviously Prince Harry. C is Elvis Presley.
Not sure.
We're not sure about D, but the one we're going to go for is E, and I think that's Chris Akabusi.
E, Chris Akabusi. So we have Sean Connery and we have Chris Akabusi. Now then, Chris and Daniela said Sean Connery for B. Let's find out if that is Sean Connery, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. It is Sean Connery. And I don't think many people recognise that, because down it goes to 4. Very well done indeed. That's a great answer. 4 for Sean Connery. Now, Michael and Fiona, meanwhile, have gone for Chris Akabusi for E. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Chris Akabusi. It is Chris Akabusi. And there we are, 23 Chris Akabusi. Still a good answer. But Chris and Daniela, very well done. After one question, you're up 1-0.
That was very well spotted, Sean Connery. Now, A and C. Who do you think scored more? You got the Prince versus the King there.
Oh, nice.
Prince Harry and
I think
Elvis.
Probably the Prince.
You reckon?
I reckon.
Well, I'll tell you how many Prince Harry got. Got 86. So 14 people not recognising Prince Harry there. Elvis, I'll tell you before, one person out of 100 thought that was Napoleon. I said that was
There are a lot of photographs of Napoleon about, aren't there?
Well, I mean, that's... Yeah. It's interesting, that, isn't it? It is not Napoleon. It is Elvis Presley. 93 points for Elvis.
Look at
the
that.
King beats the Prince. But the best answer on the board is D, and that's the gold medal winning rower,
Heather Stanning.
Heather Stanning. She would have scored you 1 point. Very well done if you said that. There's a clue there, isn't there, with the medal.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, here comes your second question. Michael and Fiona, you have to win this one, stay in the game. A little bit of pressure there, so good luck with that. Our second question today is all about Berts and Ernies. Richard.
5 questions now about famous Berts and Ernies, or Ernies and Berts.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 clues, and here they come. Actor who played Bert the chimney sweep in the 1964 film Mary Poppins. 1946 James Stewart film that features a policeman called Bert and a cab driver called Ernie. Country of birth of the Open Championship winning golfer Ernie Els. The 1984 supernatural comedy in which Ernie Hudson first played the character Winston Zeddemore. And the comedian who had a UK #1 single in 1971 with Ernie, the fastest milkman in the West. I'll read those all again. Actor who played Bert the chimney sweep in the 1964 film Mary Poppins. 1946 James Stewart film that features a policeman called Bert and a cab driver called Ernie. Country of birth of the Open Championship winning golfer Ernie Els. The 1984 supernatural comedy in which Ernie Hudson first played the character Winston Zeddemore. And the comedian who had a UK #1 single in 1971 with Ernie, the fastest milkman in the West. There we are. Now, Michael and Fiona, you will go first. See, that's a better thing to have in brackets in the name of your song, I think.
The fastest milkman in the West?
Yeah, it's not Ernie, touch my bum.
It is not.
I go for
You think so?
to the one.
Okay. Okay. We think we're going to go for... I think. We think that Winston Zeddemore was in Ghostbusters, but it was the second film, Ghostbusters 2.
Ghostbusters 2, say Michael and Fiona. OK, Chris and Daniela.
Well, we know the first one, Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke, yeah.
I'm struggling on Ernie Els. It's either Zimbabwe or South Africa.
African, yeah.
The only one I'm really
the
sure
James
of.
Stewart film, the 18.
Can't think of it. Both Benny Hill and Dick Van Dyke will be high, so we'll go for South Africa for Ernie Els.
For Ernie Els, South Africa. So we have Ghostbusters 2 and we have South Africa. Michael and Fiona said Ghostbusters 2 for Zeddemore, Winston Zeddemore. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Ghostbusters 2, 1984. Bad luck, an incorrect answer there, which means, Chris and Daniela, you just have to be correct with this answer to win that point and, in fact, go straight through to the final. Let's find out. You've gone for South Africa, the country of origin of Ernie Els. Let's see how many of our 100 people said South Africa. Is it right, though? It is right. Very well done. There we are, 40. But the crucial thing is, it was correct, which means after only 2 questions, you are straight through to the final 2-0.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm afraid it was just Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
You
Overcomplicated it.
Yes, you did overcomplicate it. You outthought yourself there. It does appear in that first one, and Ghostbusters would have scored you 19 points as well.
Oh.
Now, the actor who played Bert, quite rightly, Dick Van Dyke, as he said. Big score, though. Would have scored you 74. Now, Bert and Ernie are the cop and cab driver in It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah. They say that Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street were named after them, but the Sesame Street writers and Jim Henson says it's purely a coincidence.
Oh, yeah.
It goes to show. 17 for that, and the comedian was Benny Hill, and that's another very big score of 69 points for that.
Thank you very much, Richard. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, I'm afraid, Michael and Fiona, it is you. You're going to be back, though, next time. I have every confidence you'll be back with a vengeance. You'll be the golden couple in the next head-to-head. Of that, I am moderately certain. Anyway, we'll look forward to that very much. Meantime, thanks so much, Michael and Fiona. But for Chris and Daniela, it is now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Chris and Daniela. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £2,000. Oh, that's nice. All will be serene at Christmas. Oh,
Yes,
I'm
will.
picturing that. Maybe you'll have both of the trophies on the
Yes.
table.
Mm-hmm.
We certainly won't have the money because that'll have gone on the kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let's not put the cart before the horse.
Well, exactly.
No, because
Exactly.
this is what we are talking about. What's going to help you win? What's going to help you win that jackpot?
As a category, I'd like to see British war films from the 40s and 50s.
Which I couldn't help with at all.
OK, well, that's good. That's it. Nice to have a niche interest
or
covered.
any early 50s musicals, 40s musicals.
OK.
That sort of thing. You know
Very
that,
good.
don't you?
Daniela?
Yeah, musicals, films, music, anything to do with dancing as well.
OK. Well, very, very best of luck. As always, you get to choose your category from the 4 we bung up on the board. Let's see what today's 4 looks like.
Ooh,
Beer.
That'll do.
Portuguese football. Mary Queen of Scots. Classic film soundtrack albums.
I think maybe classic.
What do you think?
I should be good on beer.
Connoisseur.
Connoisseur. Not so much on Mary Queen of
No,
Scots, apart
or
from...
Portuguese football.
She did live in Sheffield for a
I
while.
think classic film soundtrack albums. might be
Yeah,
the
let's
way
go
to
for that.
Yeah,
Classic
I think
film.
that'd be the way to go.
Classic film soundtrack albums.
Film soundtrack albums.
Very, very best of luck to both of you. We're looking for any song that appears on the following albums, please. Any tracks from The Sound of Music from 1965, any tracks from the 1996 soundtrack to Romeo and Juliet, or any tracks from the 2008 soundtrack to Mamma Mia, please. So any songs that appear on those original soundtracks of Sound of Music, Romeo and Juliet from 1996, and Mamma Mia from 2008. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of your answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
OK,
think
let's put
so.
60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Yeah, well, Edelweiss is going to be high scorer.
Lonely Goated.
Oh, then go ahead.
For somewhere in my youth.
Oh, that should be good, some
I
singing.
must have done.
Well, Mamma Mia, you've got... it's gone blank.
Mamma Mia.
Dancing Queen.
Yeah. You concentrate on Mamma Mia.
Fernando.
Sound of Music.
Fernando, what else? Oh, God, your mind just goes blank, doesn't it?
Well, let's go for
you've got-
Lonely Goated.
Yeah.
I must have done something good. I don't think that's the title, but we'll go for it.
Yeah.
Everything
Mamma Mia. I can only think of Fernando.
10 seconds left.
Dancing Queen's going to be huge.
Voulez-vous.
Voulez-vous. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's great.
OK, sounds like you're happy with your selection, and there's the minute running out there. What are you going to go for?
For Sound of Music, we're going to go for The Lonely Goatherd.
Lonely Goatherd.
And I must have done something good.
I must have done something good.
And from Mamma Mia.
Voulez-vous.
Voulez-vous.
Voulez-vous. I just keep singing it, Chris. That's fine. No, that's fine. OK, of those three, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Lonely Goat.
Oh, Lonely Goat.
Lonely Goat.
OK, Lonely Goat Head we'll put last. Least likely to be pointless?
I must have done something good.
I must have done something good. And then we put Voulez-vous in the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then. And here they are. We have got something good, Voulez-vous, the Lonely Goat Herd. Well, very, very best of luck. 3 nice answers on the board there. One of those might turn out to be pointless. What would you like to do with that jackpot if you were to win it? Chris?
I'd like to take Sue, my partner, for a nice weekend in the Peak District in Derbyshire.
Oh, that would be nice. Very nice. Danielle, how about you?
Well, I'd love to go do something lovely like that, but my children want hoverboards.
There goes, a nice weekend in the Peaks.
Exactly.
OK, well, let's hope one of these answers will win that jackpot for you. Your first answer was something good. Let's see if that's right. In this case, we were looking for songs from the original soundtrack of The Sound of Music. If something good is right and is pointless, you will leave here with £2,000. Let's see how many of our 100 people said something good. It's right. Something good now just has to go all the way down to pointless, and you will leave here with £2,000. Down we go. Through the teens, we are into single figures, still going down with something good, still going down. You well done.
I can't believe it.
Well done, you. Fantastic. What about that? Yes, something good.
I cannot believe it.
Was a pointless answer, which means you take home that jackpot of £2,000. Very well done indeed, Chris and Daniela.
Thank you.
I told you we'd see more of you today. I just knew it.
I cannot believe it.
Very, very well done. You said I must have done something good. Those are the lyrics to the song, and it's so something good is the actual title. Very, very well done. Voulez-vous would have scored you 6 points. Lonely Goat Herd would have scored you 5 points. So something good was something good indeed. Shall we take a look at the pointless answers in the different categories? Let's start with Sound of Music. I know you don't care because you just want yourself some money. And there's some hoverboards on their way. I'm not sure that's exactly how they work, but...
No, I don't.
I Have Confidence, Morning Hymn and Alleluia, Processional and Maria, Something Good. All of those are pointless answers. Well done if you said any of those. Now, Romeo and Juliet, that soundtrack. These are pointless answers. Number 1, Crushed by Garbage, talk show host, Radiohead, You and Me song, The Wanna Dies, Young Hearts Run Free, that's a Kim Maisel cover version of that. Angel, Little Star, To You I Bestow, and Whatever I Had a Dream were also pointless answers there. And the ABBA one, only 2 pointless answers here. They were The Name of the Game and When All Is Said and Done. Very well done. If you've got any of those at home, apologies, you're not going to get £2,000, but congratulations in the studio, you are.
Thank you very much indeed,
Thank you.
Richard. And thanks once again to our winning players, Chris and Daniela, who take away today's jackpot of £2,000. Very well done. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye. Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz that puts obscure knowledge to the test. Let's meet today's players. Couple number 1.
Hi, I'm Chris. This is my friend James, and we're from Hull.
Couple number 2.
Hi, I'm Vicky, and this is my mum Colleen, and we're from the Isle of Wight.
Couple number 3.
Hi, I'm Beth. This is my boyfriend Sean, and we are from the peninsula of the Wirral.
And finally, couple number 4.
Hi, I'm Michael. This is my daughter Fiona, and we're from Stockport.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you all very, very much indeed. Lovely to have you with us here on Pointless. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. Flailing at misinformation like it's a wasp at a picnic. It's my Pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Are you well?
Yeah, I really mustn't grumble.
Excellent,
really
that's good.
mustn't. How are you? How are you?
Oh, I'm terrific.
Oh, good.
I'm 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, that's good. That's
I would
good
say.
enough.
It's
Yeah.
really good, isn't it? Listen, I wouldn't go higher because you mustn't get complacent.
No, good point.
I'm happy on 8.5.
Yeah.
Two returning pairs from last time. Beth and Sean, welcome back. Got knocked out in round 1 last time. And on the final podium there, Michael and Fiona did very well last time. Head-to-headers.
They were good.
Were they not?
Yeah.
We don't have many people on the show from the Isle of Wight.
No, we don't.
Podium 2's Isle of Wight. I always wonder if I bet it's nice. Will you ask when you go along the line later?
I'll
will you
be
ask
sure to. Is
how
it
nice the
nice?
Isle of Wight is?
Yes. Okay.
It seems nice.
I think it seems. I think they're quite new to the Isle of Wight. I think they've
No
moved there.
way.
Yes, I think they're new.
I didn't know that.
So they'll be bringing a fresh perspective on the Isle of Wight.
They'll be able to compare it to other places,
Yes.
like wherever else they came from.
Yes.
It could be anywhere.
Yeah.
It might be Brisbane.
It might be. I think it's London.
No.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I bet it's gentler, quieter. Let's deal with that when it happens, shall we?
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Richard. Oh, here's interesting news. Chris and Daniela won the jackpot last time. So that means today's jackpot starts off at £1,000. There it is. OK, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Remember this. The pair with the highest score at the end of each round gets eliminated. So make sure your scores are nice and low. Best of luck to all 4 pairs. Our first category today is Olympic medals. Can you decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many countries that have won more Olympic medals in the 21st century than Michael Phelps. Richard.
Put it another way, Michael Phelps, the American swimmer, in the 21st century has won 28 Olympic medals just by himself. We're looking for any country that has won 29 or more Olympic medals since 2000, please. The one thing I will say is, for things like hockey or rowing, that only counts as 1 medal. It's not everyone on a team getting a medal.
I see.
And those are summer Olympic medals, medals in the Summer Olympics.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you. OK, so we come to you, Chris, first. Tell us all about yourself, Chris.
Yeah, I'm from Hull. I'm a local government officer. I've got a keen interest in sports, namely Hull City and just general cricket, really. So much so that I've recently qualified to become an umpire.
Now that's nice.
Yeah, and our playing days coming to a close, mainly due to my very lack of ability. So unfortunately, I decided to move into the umpiring side of the game.
There was, one of the newspapers last year ran a test. You could test your umpiring skill.
Yeah, I know the very test.
The very test.
Yeah.
I think out of 5, I got 1. I'm hoping, obviously, you'd be a 5 out of 5. Are you good at that?
I think so. I think I'm OK. I've only done 1 game so far, and it rained off. So
OK. So yeah, the jury is still out.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that, Chris. What are you going to go for? Which country?
I was wanting a sports question, and then now one's come up. I'm regretting that it's a sports question, but I'm going to go for Jamaica.
Jamaica, says Chris. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Jamaica. It's absolutely right. Not bad. Down it goes to 14. Good start to the show, Chris. Very well done. 14 for Jamaica.
48 medals in the 21st century for Jamaica, every single one of them in athletics. Every single one.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Colleen, welcome. Tell us all about yourself, Colleen.
I'm from the Isle of Wight.
Oh. More.
Only recently, 4 years. 4 years on
Where
the
were
island.
you from before that?
I was born in East London.
Very good. You're very, very good. Wow.
And I lived the majority of my time in Essex.
Tell us a couple of things you love doing on the Isle of Wight.
The thing I've recently discovered is I love to walk. And Vicky and I are circumnavigating the island bit by bit.
How far is it all the way around?
About 70 miles.
OK, well, that's quite a walk. I mean, obviously you didn't do it in one...
We do approximately 6 or 7 miles each weekend.
That's brilliant. Colleen, so what are you going to go for? Any country that's won more medals than Michael Phelps in the 21st century?
Germany.
Germany. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Germany. It's right. It's right, it goes down to 46, not bad. 46 for Germany, for Colleen.
232 medals for Germany, Colleen. Do you know what their most successful sport is in the Olympics?
Pole vaulting.
Canoeing.
No.
40 medals in canoeing in the 21st century.
That's suspicious.
It is suspicious, isn't it? What are they up to?
What are they doing?
Where are they paddling?
I don't know. Probably in the many beautiful rivers and lakes of the region.
In the Ruhr.
In the Ruhr.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we are. Thank you. Sean, welcome back. Oh,
Good to be back.
Tell us all about yourself again, Sean.
An engineer in the gas industry.
Yes. We discovered last time, sorry, I'm interrupting you there, Sean.
Oh.
We discovered he only designs all the pipe network for gas around the country.
Well,
it's exciting.
Part of a team that does that.
He's just saying that, part of the team.
He does most of the
There's
work.
a couple of them.
Yeah, it's mainly Sean.
Mainly Sean. Anyway, sorry, you were saying.
Oh, also a keen craft beer drinker and snob when it comes to beer. So.
Oh, that's good. That proud snob when it comes to
Yes,
it.
very much so.
Do you make beer?
I have brewed in the past, yes. It's me being the man I'm meant to be. I feel like it's my calling.
I think it is.
Gas is just a sideshow.
Gas. It also plays its part in beer.
It
and
does, yeah.
Beer certainly plays its part in gas. I'll give you that. So tell us. I mean, how do you make your beer so far?
I've just done it on the hob recently, so a rather large pan with a bag of hops and the malt.
So you're doing absolutely
It takes
properly.
an all afternoon, yeah.
Okay.
First principles with
Beth
the
looks
hop.
so undelighted.
It was my pan, my hob, and he didn't sterilise anything properly. So we had flies in the kitchen, and I was wondering where they were coming from. Found them in a cupboard, because that's where you'd hidden your beer-making things.
I think we should have more dirty linen air.
Yeah, I think so too.
Enough of this beer chat. Let's get back to business. So it's countries that have won 29 or more medals in the 21st century. What are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for Spain.
Spain. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Spain. It's right. 46 is our high score, 14 is our low. You passed the high. You passed the low. Down we go to 11. Very well done indeed, Sean.
83 medals for Spain.
That's good.
That's nice.
And spread across a whole range of activities.
All sorts of things. Flamenco, I mean, all sorts of stuff.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Fiona, welcome back.
Hello.
Remind us all about yourself.
So I'm from Stockport, but at the moment I'm studying psychology at the University of York.
Yeah, wanting to go into forensics. Yes. See, that's exciting. What do you like getting up to in York? I mean, you're not going to be there for much longer, are you?
No, I'm not there for much longer at all.
What will you miss most about York?
It's got a bit more history than Stockport, to be nice to Stockport.
It's beautiful. No, Stockport's lovely as well, but no, York is, you're right, it's very ancient.
It's a beautiful city.
Yeah. Yeah, what sort of things did you get up to when you weren't hard at work?
Anything to do with music, really. So I'll go to a lot of gigs, play guitar and sing, and try and do that as much as possible.
Very good. OK, now, Fiona, what are you going to go for?
I'm sort of torn, but I think I'm going to stick with the sort of European trend, and I'm going to go with Greece.
Greece, says Fiona. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Greece. It's right. 46 still the high, 11 now the low. Past the high. You passed the low, down to 2. Very well done indeed, Fiona. Good work, 2 for Greece.
40 medals for Greece. By tradition, they always open the Olympic parade. Greece are always first.
It's only right. Stands to reason.
Yeah, well, they invented it.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. A long time ago.
I think it's okay.
I think it's right. Thank you. Well, halfway through the round, let's have a look at those scores too. The best score of the past, Fiona. Very well done to you. Greece, great answer. 11's where we find Sean and Beth. 14's where we find Chris and James. Colleen and Vicky are on 46. You're a little bit ahead there, but Vicky, a nice low answer from you in the next pass might just keep you in the game. So best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, Michael, remind us all about yourself.
Yeah, I'm from Stockport, not originally, obviously, originally from Belfast, and I'm a finance director for a company that make brakes.
They make brakes? You didn't tell us that. What kind of brakes do they make?
We make carbon ceramic brakes for performance cars.
That's very exciting. Does that mean you get to hang out around lots of performance cars then?
No.
No.
No. We have a dirty factory.
Dirty factory. So then they go off and they become clean
Yes.
and very expensive.
Yes.
That's quite fun, though. That's a nice technology to be involved in, surely.
It is. It's cutting edge.
Yeah, there we are. Michael, any country that's won more medals than Michael Phelps in the 21st century? What are you going to go for? You're the low scorers at the moment. 43 or less gets you into the next round, even at this early stage.
Yeah. I'm not very good at these sort of questions, so I've one that I think might work, but I think it's a bit of a risk, so I'm going to have to go with one of the really obvious ones. I think I'm going to go for Australia.
Australia, says Michael. Let's see if we can get below this red line with Australia. How many people said it? It's right. It's good enough. Look at that. Down it goes 35. 37 is your total. Very well done.
218 medals for Australia, and they banged on about every single one of them.
Thank you very much, Richard. Beth, welcome back. Great to have you with us once again. Remind us all about yourself.
I also live with Sean on the Wirral. I work as a doctor. I'm originally from Wales.
Whereabouts in Wales?
North Wales, by Conwy, by the big castle there.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice indeed.
It is.
And tell us more. There's more to hear.
I'm a very avid netball player. I'd like to say hi to the D-side Divas, who I play for every week.
D-side Divas, yes.
Of course.
Hi, D-side Divas.
Hi, D-side Divas.
You're not a beer drinker, then?
I'm not a beer drinker, no.
Might you become a beer enthusiast anytime soon?
Never, especially not now how I know how Sean makes it.
OK. Right, now, Beth, you're on 11. If you can score 34 or less, through you go.
So you took my answer of Australia. I was going to go nice and easy. The only other one I can think of that might have scored slightly low is potentially Russia.
Russia, says Beth. OK, here is your red line. Can you get below this red line with Russia? Let's find out. It's right. That's a high one. 63, taking your total up to 74.
390 medals for Russia. In the 2000 Olympics, Alexei Nemov, who's a Russian gymnast, won the most medals there, won 6 medals. But every single Olympics since, Michael Phelps has won the most medals. Every single one of them.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now then, Vicky, welcome. Good to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
Well, I was a customer services manager,
Yes.
but I was recently made redundant. So if there's anyone out there that needs somebody, I'm your girl.
OK, that's good. That's good. Put it out there. This is another service, Pointless Runs. OK, and currently to be found, I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark on the Isle of Wight.
Preferably, yeah, but I'm willing to travel.
OK, has own boat.
Yeah, no, I'm willing to travel, but yeah, preferably on the island, and to be able to enjoy island life as well as work in there would be
Now,
great.
be honest, are you loving island life?
Yes.
Oh.
Just a little bit.
In terms of quality of life, though, if you look back
Perfect.
to when you were working customer services and then,
Well,
Isle of Wight.
I love my job
Yeah.
because I like being able to turn a complaint round into a positive.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And to be able to do that on the island, there aren't that
that'd be
many
ideal.
complaints.
Oh, no one complains on the island,
No.
on the island, because it's
No,
just
they're
so
having too much fun.
wonderful. And presumably the weather's quite nice there.
Beautiful. Even when it's raining,
Oh.
it's nice.
And you have Cows Week. Is that fun? I imagine it probably is.
We don't go, no, because it's too overcrowded.
Oh, I guess it probably is.
No, we're over the other side.
But your side of the island, presumably hardly anyone there at all.
No,
in
it's
Cows Week.
perfect. So it's a really horrible place to visit. Don't go.
OK, brilliant. I've got you, Vicky. Yes. OK, now you are on 46 at the moment. You have to score 27 or less.
Okay. I'm going to say Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Ethiopia, getting a firm nod from Chris. That looks good. OK, here is your red line. Can you get below that with Ethiopia? Let's find out. It's a good answer. Is it going to be low enough for you? Yes, it is. Very well done. Oh, look at that, down to 10. Plenty to spare. Takes your total up to 56. Very well done indeed, Vicky.
Yes, very well thought out answer, Ethiopia. 37 medals, again, all in athletics and mainly middle and long distance.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. James, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I work as Lawyer Support Officer for Her Majesty's Land Registry, which basically means I'm the middleman between the lawyers at the agency and the rest of the world, whether it be our other staff or solicitors or members of the public. I've worked for the Land Registry for 17 years. Like Chris, I'm a big sports fan, big fan of Hull City, AFC. I've been a season ticket holder for 30 years this year. I also like cricket. I like going and watching gigs as well.
Very good. OK, now, James, you're on 14. You have to score 59 or less. 59 or less, surely. A correct answer, I'd have thought, essentially, should get you through.
I've had a few answers swirling through my head, but I think the one I'm going to stick with a similar part of the world. So the last answer, I'm going to go for Kenya.
Kenya, says James. Here is your red line. Can you get below this red line with Kenya? There it is. Let's find out. It's right. And you're through. Look at that. It was 10 for Ethiopia, 11 for Kenya. There we are. Takes your total up to 25. Very well done. Lowest total of the round.
Yeah, very cleverly piggybacking on Vicky's answer as well there. 53 medals for Kenya. Again, similar events as well. Now, there's lots and lots of low answers here. Greece is the only low answer we had during the round, so I'll take you through some low scorers. 9 for Brazil, 6 for Netherlands and Sweden, 4 for Cuba and Norway, 3 for Hungary, New Zealand, Romania, South Korea, 2 for Denmark. You'd have got 1 for Czechia, Czech Republic. Switzerland would have scored you 1, as would Turkey and Ukraine. Now, here are the pointless answers. These are the ones that would have added £250 to the jackpot. They've all won more medals than Michael Phelps. Azerbaijan, Belarus. Belarus have got 69 medals, done ever so well. Bulgaria, 35. Georgia and Iran, both very, very strong in wrestling. Georgia and Iran. Kazakhstan as well. You could have also had 2 more. Poland and Uzbekistan. Very well done if you said any of those. Let's take a look at the top 3, the ones that most of our 100 people said. You would have scored 46 for Germany, as we know. There's Russia on 63. Only one bigger, China, 69.
Thank you very much, Richard. So we are at the end of our first round. We have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. I'm so sorry, Beth and Sean, once again. Our first Exeters. I'm sorry. It's been lovely having you on both shows, but this is where we say goodbye. It's the end of the road. Beth and Sean, thanks so much for playing. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Very well done. We made it through to round 2. Fiona, in some style, I might add, our lowest individual scorer there. And Chris and James, our lowest combined scorers. And Vicky and Colleen, just great to have you with us. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 this afternoon is literature. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns books with "and" in the title. Richard?
Yep, we're going to show you the titles of 6 books on both passes, which have the word "and" in their title. We've taken out every other word apart from "and" and "the." We're going to give you the initials of those other words, but what are these books, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our first board of 6 books. S and A, Arthur Ransom, 1930. The C, P and the W, Michael Faber, 2002. D and S, Charles Dickens, 1848. J, S and M, N, Susanna Clarke, 2004. P and P, Jane Austen, 1813. And N and C, Mallory Blackman, 2001. I'll read those all again. S and A, the C, P and the W. D and S, J, S and M, N. P and P, and N and C. There we are. Chris.
Yes, when we were deciding who was going to go first and second, I guessed it was going to be a board question, and I thought, oh, I'll probably know at least one of them, so I'll go first. And I was exactly right, because I only know one of them, so I'm going to have to go for Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice, says Chris. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Pride and Prejudice. It's right. 74. Not bad. Tactically, you've taken perhaps the only one other people knew off the board.
Jane Austen sold the copyright of that novel for £110. Since sold over 20 million copies.
That's annoying.
She probably doesn't even make money from the films.
No. That's a shame. Thank you very much. Now, Vicky. Vicky, what would you like to go for here?
Well, that was actually the only one I knew. So this is going to be a bit of a guess, and I'm just going to make it up.
OK, well, who knows? Oh, they made it up.
Well, that's true. That's true. But I know I'm going to get really told off after this.
By whom?
Colleen. She's standing right next to me. So let's go Arthur Ransom, Sand and Air.
Sand and
I haven't got
air.
a clue, sorry.
Sand. Come to the Isle of Wight, for it's sand and it's air.
Exactly, that's where I'm going.
Sand and air. Let's see how many of our 100 people said sand and air. Let's see if it's right. There we are.
Shocked.
There we are. I'm afraid not sand and air scored you 100 points.
Colleen, your face was a picture.
Sorry.
There, I would say. That was lovely. I would call it shocked and amazed, maybe, was the expression.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. OK, now, Fiona, you are the last person to have this board. Feel free to talk us through it.
That would be great if I could. But I know one of them, so
OK.
I'm going to go for that one. Yeah, I knew Pride and Prejudice, but the only other one I know is Noughts and Crosses for the bottom one by Mallory Blackman.
OK, Noughts and Crosses, says Fiona. If you're only going to know one, that sounds like a good one to know. Noughts and Crosses, how many people said that? 100's the high score, you pass it. 74's the low score, you pass it. Down, still down to 8. Very well done indeed, Fiona. Second lowest score of the game from you.
Yeah, wonderful book, wonderful author as well, Mallory Blackman. Well played. This caused some trouble, didn't it, this round? It is not sand and air, it is...
Swallows and Amazons.
Swallows and Amazons. Yep. That would have scored you 29. Michelle Faber, do you know that one?
I can't remember what it's called.
Crimson Petal and the White.
The White, yes.
That would have scored you 2. Now, there's a Dickens one there. What Dickens would that be?
Dombey and Son.
Dombey and Son. That would have scored you 17. And another very low scorer, this one, the Susanna Clarke novel.
Yes,
They made a TV version
We've
of it
got
as well.
it. Jonathan Strange.
Yes.
And Mr.
Norrell.
Norrell.
Jonathan
Norrell,
Strange
thank you.
and Mr. Norrell would have scored you 4 points if you said that. So the best
There we
answer on
go.
the board is the Crimson Petal and the White.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard, well, we are halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. 8, Fiona. 8 again. There you are, with a lovely low score. 74 is where we find Chris and James. 100 is where we find Vicky and Colleen. Colleen, you can atone for that. Did you know lots of the other ones on that board?
No, I did know the one that Vicky went for.
Ah, OK, well, good luck. Let's hope there's something you know on the next board. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more titles up on the board, and here they are. D and F, Evelyn Waugh, 1928. K and A, Geoffrey Archer, 1979. G, E and H, Dr. Seuss, 1960. A and D, Dan Brown, 2000. The B and D, F. Scott Fitzgerald, 1922. And S and L, D.H. Lawrence, 1913. I'll read those book titles again. D and F, K and A, G, E and H, A and D, the B and D, and S and L. There we are. Michael.
Yeah, yeah, literature was never my subject at school. There's a few I know. I think I'll go for Cain and Abel.
The Geoffrey Archer. OK, Cain and Abel. Here is your red line, nice and high. Can you get below that with Cain and Abel? Let's find out. Absolutely, you can. Down that goes to 25. Not bad at all. Takes your total up to 33.
Yeah, safely through. Well played, Cain and Abel.
Thank you, Richard. Now then, Colleen. We need a low score from you here.
The only one I'm 100% sure of, and I think I'll go for that one, is Sons and Lovers by D.H. Lawrence.
Sons and Lovers, says Colleen. No red line, you're the high scorers. Let's see how many people said Sons and Lovers. It's right. 30. 130 is your total. Well, you might have done enough to keep yourselves in the game.
Yeah, it's a good answer. A semi-autobiographical novel by D.H. Lawrence.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now, James, do you feel like talking us through that board?
No. I can talk you through 2 of them. A and D, I think, is Angels and Demons. But the one I'm going to go for is Green Eggs and Ham from Dr. Seuss.
OK, green eggs and ham, says James. Here is your red line. Can you get below that with green eggs and ham? Let's find out. It's right. You've done it. You have done it. Down it goes to 22. Not bad at all. 96, your total.
Yeah, Angels and Demons would have seen you through as well, because it would have scored you 41. Correct answer. Now, these other two both score 6. The Evelyn Warriors...
Decline and Fall.
Decline and Fall. And the F. Scott Fitzgerald.
The Beautiful and Damned.
Correct. So 6 points for both of those. Best 2 answers on the board. Very well done if you said those at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So we are at the end of the second round. We have to say goodbye to one of our pairs, Colleen and Vicky. I'm afraid it is you. The sand and air, I'm afraid.
She won't let me live it out.
It's been lovely having you on. You'll be back next time.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure you'll do much better then. But meantime, thank you very much indeed, Colleen and Vicky. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Well, congratulations, Michael and Fiona, Chris and James. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. But from here on in, you play as a pair. First pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Well,
a show of 2 halves, really. That first round, the countries was very good.
Very strong.
And then the books round, I say, was very bad.
Very poor.
So we're due to a swing in very good direction.
We are.
Don't you think?
But interestingly, Michael and Fiona, they were here last time, but they weren't the golden couple. Fiona has taken it up a notch today. She's had 2 very good low-scoring answers. I think she's been doing the heavy lifting, I should say, Michael, there.
Carrying the team.
Yes, yes, time to put that right. Chris and James, still largely unknown quantity.
They've been coasting thus far, I think.
A little bit, but I think this is where we will see their mettle. Very exciting. Best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and it concerns celebrities in the 1960s. Richard.
Simply 5 photos now of celebrities that were taken in the 1960s, but who are they, please?
OK, let's reveal our 5 celebrities from the 1960s. We have A, B, C, D, and E. There we are, 5 celebrities from the 1960s. Michael and Fiona, you get to go first.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
I don't know who he is.
No, use it.
Okay. We're going to go for B because he doesn't trust his own instinct anymore. And say Twiggy.
Twiggy, say Michael and Fiona. OK. Chris and James, talk us through that board.
Well, I think A, I think Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, I think Stevie Wonder for A.
And C, I'm kicking myself because she looks really familiar, but it's not coming to me. I don't know D. But we think that E is an unusual picture of David Bowie.
OK, you're going to go for David Bowie. So we have Twiggy, we have David Bowie. Michael and Fiona have gone for Twiggy for B. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Twiggy. It's right. Oh, that's a high score. 81. Chris and James have gone for David Bowie for E. That is an unusual photograph, isn't it? Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said David Bowie. It is David Bowie, and it wins you the point. Very well done. Down that goes to 49.
Yeah, that picture of Bowie there, you wouldn't know that he's going to grow up to be the most stylish man who ever lived, virtually, would you? You kind of go, OK, maybe.
Very well done indeed. Chris and James, at the end of that round, you're up 1-0.
Shall we fill in these? A is Stevie Wonder, quite right. Would have scored you 75 points. Some big scores in this round. C is Marsha Hunt. She would have scored you 7. And D...
I don't know, no.
Sally Field, that scored you 14 points.
Thanks very much indeed. OK, now, here comes your second question, Michael and Fiona. You have to win this one to stay in the game. Slight advantage to Chris and James. They get to answer it first. But best of luck. Our second question today is all about the 12 days of Christmas. Richard.
Yep, we're going to show you now 5 of the gifts that are given during the 12 days of Christmas, but we're only going to show you the initials of those gifts. Can you work out what they are, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 12 days of Christmas clues. Here they come. NLD, TFH, TDD, TTD, and EPP. I'll read those all again. NLD, TFH, TDD, TTD, and EPP. Chris and James will go first.
I think we'll go for the top answer, and we think it's 9 ladies dancing.
9 ladies dancing, say Chris and James. So then, Michael and Fiona, can you talk us through that board?
I've forgotten already. 12 turtle doves, we think. And I think and 8 pipers piping. Which one are we going for? Yeah, I guess we'll go for 8 pipers piping.
You're going to go for 8 pipers piping. So we have 9 ladies dancing. We have 8 pipers piping. Chris and James said 9 ladies dancing. Let's see if that is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said 9 ladies dancing. It's right. And that takes us down to 31. Michael and Fiona, meanwhile, have gone for 8 pipers piping, EPP. Let's see if that is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it.
Oops, sorry.
11. Oh, bad luck. I'm afraid an incorrect answer there. And 11. That means Chris and James, very well done indeed. After only 2 questions, you're straight through to the final 2-0.
Yeah, I suspect you won't be the only people. I mean, there's 2 numbers, unfortunately, that begin with E, and it was the other one, 11 pipers piping. It's a low score because of that, actually. Would have scored 21 points. So would have got you the point. If you'd gone for 12 turtle doves, you would have scored 100 as well. Because if you'd gone for 10 turtle doves, you also...
doves.
There we go.
We weren't sure which number it was we were going.
If you had gone for your 4th choice of answer, you'd have been laughing. 2 turtle doves. It's actually a high score of 58 points for 2 turtle doves. And now the other 2, it is 3 French hens, which would have scored you 60. Now a slightly lower score for this one. In fact, a very low score for this one, because again, there's 3.
All gone on. Yeah.
What would you have gone for here?
12. Drummers drumming.
You sound like a man who knows that rather than is just
I know it.
Oh, because you probably sung it a million times.
A million times.
I think I would have gone 10 drummers drumming, I think.
Really? Not enough. It's not enough drummers.
I suppose so. A couple more drummers. It is 12 drummers drumming. And look at the score for this. 6 points. A lot of people must have thought it was 10.
Do you think most people give up before they get to that bit of the song?
Oh, it's right at the end, isn't it? Not the beginning. So what's 10?
10 lords are leaping.
10 lords are leaping. 9
ladies dancing.
And then what's 8?
8 maids are milking. 7 swans are swimming. 6 geese are laying. 5 gold rings.
Oh,
4.
now he's singing.
There we go.
I knew I shouldn't have.
There you go.
I walked straight into that.
Yeah.
That's very good, your knowledge of that. Well done.
Well, you know, muscle memory.
There you go.
Really.
There you go.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. And thank you to our pairs. I'm so sorry, Michael and Fiona, we have to say goodbye to you at this point. It's been a tremendous pointless career for you.
We're just not allowed to work together.
2 head-to-heads, golden couple in the second head-to-head, but then in came Chris and James. In they came, and I'm afraid they whipped it out from under your noses. I'm so sorry. We have to say goodbye, but thank you so much for playing, Michael and Fiona.
Thanks for having us. Well done.
But for Chris and James, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Chris and James. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £1,000. There it is. Well, very well done. Just come in here, one show, straight through to the final. And interestingly, we had 3 pairs of family members and one pair of friends. You're our only friends. They're our only friends. Yeah, you've seen off all the family members. So how do you feel about that?
Satisfied.
Yeah, good. And what do you want to see come up in this last round that'll help you win?
Another sports question, one that maybe doesn't pertain to the Olympics.
Yeah, or maybe TV comedy is a favourite of mine.
OK, very good. Well, best of luck. As always, as you know, you get to choose from the 4 we put up on the board. Let's hope there's something there that you like the look of. Today's selection reads like this. We've got French directors, rugby union grand slams, women in parliament, and Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. What are you thinking?
It's pretty thin field for us, but I think maybe women in parliament.
That's the one you're both tending towards?
Yeah, rugby union is probably one of the few sports that we both absolutely detest. So that was the one. So other than that, I think we both...
Spoken like a true northerner,
yeah,
might I say.
definitely. League all the way.
Yeah.
Especially in Hull. But yeah, I think for our interest, probably women in parliament.
OK, women in parliament it is.
OK, very best of luck, gents. 3 different questions here. Your first one is we're looking for any female member of Theresa May's cabinets up to March 2019. We're looking for any woman MP who was first elected between 1979 and 1990 inclusive. Or we are looking for any women who joined the House of Lords since 2000 and are still there as of March 2019. So members of Theresa May's cabinets, women first elected between those dates, or any female members of the House of Lords who've joined since 2000. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of your answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Think so, yeah.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Right, let's start with where we're from. Hull, Diana Johnson. Was she elected before 1990? So
no, she was 2000. I think we disregard the Lords.
Yeah, I'm not big on those. Only Karen Brady and really one that I know in the Lords.
The cabinets, there's Penny Mordaunt. I don't think she'd be pointless, though. Amber Rudd, Esther McVeigh, I don't think any of them would be pointless.
I think the first one you said would be the best one of those.
Best one of those. I think some of the women MPs, I think there was some ones around. I think Diane Abbott would be one, maybe Claire Short. A Yorkshire MP called Alice Mann, I think she might have been elected in the...
We need to start don't we now? So we say Alison Mann.
Yeah.
A member of the cabinet, you said.
Penny Mordaunt, maybe.
Penny Mordaunt, yeah, and then do one that we know that's right, so we don't look totally stupid in the last round.
10 seconds left.
OK.
So should we say
Claire Short. I'll go for Claire Short.
Claire Short, yeah.
OK, there we are. Sounds like you've made your minds up. What are you going to give me?
Well, we'll go for a member of the cabinet, Theresa May's cabinet. We'll go for Penny Mordaunt.
Penny Mordaunt.
And women MPs were elected between 79 and 90. The educated guess is these, but I'm going to go for Claire Short.
Claire Short.
And Alice Mann.
Alice Mann.
M-A-H-O-N, yeah.
Alice Mann. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
If it's right, Alice Mann. If it's
Alice Mann, we'll put last. Least likely to be pointless?
Penny Mordaunt.
Penny Mordaunt, and then Claire Short goes in the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got Penny Mordaunt, Claire Short, Alice Mann. 3 very good answers on the board there. Surely one of those will be pointless. Well, if you leave here with a grand, what would you like to spend it on? Chris, I'm going to ask you first.
Yeah, I think we've just had a new kitchen installed at home, so as boring as it sounds, I think I would just build some new things for the kitchen.
Well, that's nice. That's exciting. New things for a kitchen. James, what about you?
Probably a pretty standard answer that you're going to get, but with £1,000, I put it towards a holiday for my wife and daughter.
Very good. Well, very nice indeed. Best of luck. Let's hope one of these answers will win that jackpot for you. Your first answer was Penny Mordaunt. In this case, we were looking for any woman in any of Theresa May's cabinets. If Penny Mordaunt is pointless, you leave here with £1,000. How many of our 100 people said Penny Mordaunt? Penny Mordaunt is right. She just has to be pointless now for you to win that jackpot of £1,000. Down we go with Penny Mordaunt, through the 20s, into the teens, into single figures, still going down to 5. OK, 5. OK, let's move on to your next answer, Claire Short. In this case, we were looking for any female MPs elected between 1979 and 1990. Claire Short, you're pretty sure is right. She just has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot of £1,000. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Claire Short. It is right. Now, Penny Mordaunt took us all the way down to 5. Claire Short now takes us down through the 20s. We're into the teens, into single figures with Claire Short. Still going down, passing 5, still going down. You've done it. Very well done indeed. Fantastic. Very, very strong. Good work. This is a red letter day for the kitchen suppliers of Hull and indeed the travel agents. So that is wonderful. Very well done indeed. Claire Short was a pointless answer, which means you are going away with that jackpot of £1,000. Very well done, Chris and James.
Beautifully played. We said they've been quite quiet in the first couple of rounds.
Yeah.
They really showed their true colours in the head-to-head and now the jackpot round. Terrific work. Alice Mann, also a pointless answer. It won't surprise you to learn, so congratulations. Now, very different amounts of pointless answers in these categories. We'll start with Theresa May's cabinet. There's only 3 pointless answers, and they are Caroline Noakes, Claire Perry and Natalie Evans. Well done if you said any of those at home. Now, the MPs who were elected between 79 and 90, there's about, I would say, 25 pointless answers here. Let's take a look at a few of them. You'll know them. Claire Short, Kate Hoey, Theresa Gorman, Virginia Bottomley, there's Angela Rumbold, Anne Winterton, Gillian Shepherd, Hilary Armstrong, Joan Ruddock, all sorts of answers there. Now, women who've joined the House of Lords since 2000, there are 143 pointless answers here, including Karen Brady, by the way. Let's take a look at a few of them. Llewellyn Benjamin is a pointless answer. The amazing Joan Bakewell, Karen Brady, Tanny Gray-Thompson's been on the show a few times. Yeah, 143 pointless answers there. Betty Boothroyd was the highest scorer. Doreen Lawrence scored points as well, as did Michelle Moan and Shami Chakrabarti. But pretty much every single other answer was pointless. So very well done if you got one of those at home. And congratulations. Good category to choose and great answers given.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And thanks once again to our winning players, Chris and James, who take away today's jackpot of £1,000. Very well done. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.